that made it so I didn't get away.
Right.
Like, or no.
As my heart fucking exploded.
They had an ability that they could deal a 10d8 of damage or instant drop you to 0 if you failed a Constitution save, as long as they are on the same plane of existence as you.
See, that's why you want me around, just so it's like, you're not.
Well, because I would have gotten away, and then they used. I'm really glad I failed, because if you pass, it actually does 100 necrotic damage, and that could have just dropped me anyway. So, but if it dropped me, then I had to make death saves versus just being knocked out.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if you remember, but what I've made you roll against was if you turn over face down and suffocate in the water.
Yeah, well, no, and I did. And and then I got found.
Alright, I've got
it
saying this is live awesome.
I've got the ass blaster.
I finally hit 20 armor.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Group C, paladins.jpg.
I feel like it took a lot longer for me to get here than it should have, but whatever.
Alright.
No dex mod, that's why.
Taylor, are you there?
No.
Oh, okay, we're just waiting on you then. I'm kidding. Alright, we are about to get started. Let me pull up one more thing that I know I'll need.
All my exes have infections.
All your eggs have infections?
I said exes.
You should probably have a doctor look
okay.
at that.
I was gonna say, like, buy organic? Question mark?
Oh.
Alright, let's see.
Damn anti-vaxxers.
They're infecting my eggs. It's like when that one guy said that the water's turning the frogs gay.
Alex Jones, he is an American legend. I don't care about the frogs being gay. I care about them putting chemicals in the water that turns them gay. Before we get started, there's a beautiful video of him shouting at somebody at a barbecue chicken restaurant, and he's just like going ham on this dude, and the dude's sitting there, and he's like, dude, we're just trying to eat our dinner. He's like, what, you think I'm some type of joke? And he's like, no, we're just eating our dinner. It's so funny.
He's just insane.
He is. Okay, let me close my window, I forgot.
It's like Aaron Busey.
Hi, we're just bashing on Alex Jones like the rest of the internet.
I just wish people would stop paying attention to him, because like, he is nothing.
No, he really does nothing, but the only reason he gets so much traction is because people actually listen to him.
No, it's because he's entertaining. His craziness is entertaining.
I won't deny that he is entertaining, but it's kind of the same way that a gorilla is really entertaining, as long as it's on the other side of the 5-inch glass.
It's like the gorilla's entertaining until that glass breaks, and suddenly you're dropping the kid.
And all of a
you need to
sudden,
get some more speed.
I was about to say, I don't have a kid. I'm fucking chucking someone's annoying ass toddler at it, being done at it, and being done with it.
Here's a snack. Yeah.
It's like, eat the little one. He's more tender than I am.
Dusty,
I can make another.
Dusty the Generous giving away children.
Eat the little one is Group C's new slogan.
No, don't eat the little one. The littlest one here right now is Gail Cena, and she's probably my second favorite Group C member.
Well, time to chuck her ass.
Is she actually? I thought I was the smallest.
Oh, I thought I was just saying age-wise. She's probably the youngest person.
No, I thought he meant physical height.
Yeah, physical height.
Yeah. And then Dusty's got it. Alright.
And still no, though.
We are live. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C. This is Saga 3, Episode 1 of Group C Through the Heart. We have almost a full party tonight. I'll be controlling Altus. Everybody else is here. So if you watch the last episode to this episode, there is going to be a bit of a time skip. I've got that epilogue document. Oh, and I never did post Group B's in the liner notes of the other one. Anyways, we are picking up a week and a half, I think, after the last episode, and things have happened since. So then you last saw this group. Basically, they had just found their way back from a demiplane into the prime material plane of Ilderon. They had escaped from Isla Dread, and they had agreed to go to Ardor and negotiate on Elil Nagai's behalf a ceasefire between Elil Nagai and Ardor Serai, as Elil Nagai was dealing with a lot of problems, one of which Group C created.
Nonsense.
And not really. It actually is. It's actually like 85% their fault. But, anyways, they agreed to negotiate this ceasefire. And if they negotiate the ceasefire, a lot of people in the group are going to be a lot better off. One of the people traveling with them, Lydia, is a deserter of the Sunyeth Church and the Illunagian government. If she negotiates a ceasefire, her title as deserter will be removed and her sins pardoned. Geisen, whose daughter is in jail, he is here protecting Lydia and helping escort her across the border. If he's successful in this task, his daughter will be also pardoned of her crimes. And her crimes, too, were involved with Lydia deserting her position. Then everybody else, the rest of the party, Supreme Light Pramada is one of the two Supreme Lights, well, right now the only Supreme Light, that wields a army, that has an entire personal army. She has offered the group a battalion of soldiers to go and help liberate Isildred if they are successful in their endeavor. And then finally, Lumagrax and Lil Haran are here as Lumagrax convinced her that this would help out a lot of people. A lot of people getting caught in the crossfires of these two clashing superpowers. So that said, they went across the border, and as they were going across the border, there are a lot of forces that want this war to continue and this conflict to escalate, knowing that they were going to negotiate a ceasefire, and a ceasefire could easily build into peace negotiations. Assassins met them at the border to try and kill them, and that was the last episode, was them fighting off these shadowy assassins and barely living to tell the tale. So that brings us to their epilogue, which I'm not going to read all of it. Hopefully I will remember and I'll post this. I'm just going to summarize it. So in their weeks of travel, I probably will. You know what? Let me go and I'll copy it right now, and I'll put it in the live campaign, and then hopefully I'll see that later when I read through the live campaign, because I always forget to read the live campaign live, and I read it after the session. And so I'll see that later. I'll be like, oh yeah, I do have to do that. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, summarizing this document. So after surviving the attack, the group moved across the border into the town of Lowwater Crossing, where they salvaged a bunch of materials and supplies to resurrect their fallen companion. In that city too, it was also an important military encampment. The magistrate of the city lent the party a group of town guards to escort them to the capital, as they were on an important diplomatic mission. Before they could leave and everything be hunky-dory and bright sunshine and horizons, a magical bomb went off on the bridge in the town that the town is built across, and it was an important piece of infrastructure within the town. Everybody suspected that it was the party of Ilderon diplomats posed as... Basically, the party was... people in the town thought they were posing as diplomats and were actually saboteurs in the country to destroy Ardor Sarai's abilities to wage war. With that, some heavy negotiation. Ilderon got the party out of the town, basically funding the repairs on the bridge herself for an exorbitant price. From there, the party traveled with the guards assigned to them up to as much as they could towards Ardor. They found the messenger hawk that was sent ahead of them to inform the throne that they were coming, shot down and killed on the road, and its messenger pouch removed. And then they also encountered more various assassination attempts on the road. People poisoning their food supplies, poisoning water streams, attacking their guards in village, attacking their party members while out in the wilderness, and various accidents happening. And the party and Ilderon were able to surmise that whoever was trying to stop these negotiations has probably put together that they can't kill them in an open fight, and that they're trying to sabotage their reputation and their basically ability to be successful. With that, the party has been moving at a breakneck speed on foot towards the capital, losing all but I think one of the town guards. Let's see. Oh, that will just get us to the last paragraph. I'll just read that. Strange events of sabotage followed the party on the road to Ardor. A hunting accident almost claimed Celebrus's life. An exploding passing by assault wagon maimed a guard and killed another. Another guard died from poison, somehow drinking river water that almost claimed Netra. By the time the party arrived at the southern fields of Somar Villa, only 2 of Leslie's guards remained. Oh yeah, 1 living guard and 1 maimed guard. Somar Villa was only a half-day's march from the capital of Ardor, and with the massive city on the horizon, the party had nearly completed the hardest part of its journey. Icium left the party as his story is back in Ilderon in the Queen's Court, and he tried to lead the assassins away from the party, basically breaking path with the party, and it's like, if we split up, hopefully they come after me instead. Which, dumb idea, but anyways, that's Icium. Lumagrax, while traveling on the road, Lumagrax and Ilderon became closer. Lumagrax learned that, Ilderon, basically they share a bond because Lumagrax killed his brother because of the horrible things that were being done to his brother. And Ilderon watched her sister basically be killed by slavery. And that's like inspiring her work as a politician within Ilderon. Then moving on to Altus. Altus is being stalked by his master's apprentice. Every time Altus goes off on his own, this guy attacks him. They have basically spell dueled each other to a standstill 3 times in total. Celebrus. Celebrus escorted the party to Somar Villa, got a horse from the Kalkin, and rode off in the night. Then Dusty. Dusty stole all of the socks in the military encampment inside of Lowwater Crossing, and nobody targeted him with assassination attempts. So maybe there's a correlation in these socks. Netra has been burning all of her magic to keep the party alive, and everybody is grateful to her. And that brings us to tonight. So I will read this, and then we'll get started. And this is super short. So, the capital of Ardor looms on the horizon. Beyond the pleasant manners of Somar Villa, the party, composed of Ilderon diplomats and refugees, has traveled the treacherous journey from Dockensdale to Ardor with the aim of negotiating a ceasefire between Ardor Sarai and Ilderon. Each member of the group is bound by oaths to political leaders, family members, or mysterious gods. Even though different reasons have tied them together, the common goal moving them forward is, if they are successful, Supreme Light Primata will lend a battalion of soldiers to aid in liberating the lost city of Isildrad. The party has been stalked by shadowy saboteurs at every turn along the road. The infamy of their reputation preceded them in every town they ventured to. Ilderon has stopped the group's procession and informed them Somarvilla is home to some of the richest and most powerful voices in Ardorian politics. Without Celebrus and no simple way to get an immediate audience with Artiserai's newly appointed magnate, Ilderon has stressed the party rest and find political allies in Somarvilla before heading into the capital. And then there's a little note for them to remember everything by. You guys, I'll actually give this to you guys as loot. Dusty, Lumigrax, and Altus can add to their inventory a sheet of parchment from Ilderon that says, "Let me do the talking." Signed, Ilderon of Elegance.
I love that.
All right.
Grax is gonna put little hearts by Ilderon.
Right, well, clearly-
back to him.
Clearly, what this means is, she's going to go distract the officials with all that boring political stuff, while I can go set up my drug empire.
Okay.
Still more sucks.
We got
Bad.
we've got some new peeps in the group, so we're gonna go through and do character introductions. So just give your name, your character's name, and like 2 quick sentences about them. And then we'll get started. So Taylor, start us off with Lumigrax. I'm just go straight down Discord.
I am a Dragonborn, or whatever it's called in this.
Firespawn.
Firespawn. I'm a fighter, and I have done some bad things in the past, but is trying to redeem himself in a way.
Okay. Jackal, hit us with Dusty.
I am Dusty, the greatest member of the party, and arguably the most important surrogate leader, and most trusted among all.
Okay.
Insight check starting early.
JJ, hit us with Zodra.
Hi, I'm JJ. I'm Zodra, human paladin that's been multi-classed out the wazoo. I am nothing but AC and spellcasting. That's about it. I'm nothing but AC and spellcasting.
Alright, Pranene, hit us with Netra.
Netra is a water genasi paladin, and after the whole Isildred getting teleported away for 17 years, she's mainly trying to keep everybody from dying and doing stupid stuff, albeit, like, unsuccessfully.
Alright.
Well, mostly.
Well, mixed results.
Yeah.
And Rob, finally, hit us with Roman.
I'm Rob. I play Roman Drake, human, fighter monk, and depression vacuum. I punch things.
He's very proud of being that depression vacuum.
Roman has a happy life. He was surrounded by friends.
He was surrounded by loved ones too for a little bit, and look what happened to that. One of them became mud.
Wait, is it one of them became mud or one is mud? No, I'm kidding. Alright.
A bit of both, actually.
Way to trigger the PTSD, guys.
I gotta turn on the vacuum, man.
Alright, we're going to start on the 26th of Hunter. Oh, it's exactly 1 week from when we last left this group off. You guys fought the 5th Ascended on the 16th of Hunter.
Yay.
Yep.
I wasn't there.
Neither was
I was.
And some people were about to run away.
Well, you guys didn't fight the 5th Ascended, you fought as lackeys. Alright.
I was doing something else very important that day.
I was helping him.
Of course.
Definitely didn't just leave you out to dry.
Dusty
Not
was
at all.
flanking around for a better position to do rogue things from.
To
Right?
hide from what?
I was
No,
killing
it-
Lydia's dad.
It's not hiding from the fight, it's rogue things.
Rogue things.
Like, very important rogue things. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, Finally, I guess the last person I didn't introduce is Altus Grandmore. I'll be controlling him tonight. Trace will be controlling him in the future. Altus is a happy boy from Dockensdale, and he had...
Bold claim.
yeah.
Pyromaniac would have suited better.
Yeah, he's trying to live his best life after being in jail and being tricked to kill his former master. And Altus is currently trying to get the upper hand on a clandestine circle of wizards. And we'll see how that goes. Alright, so it is the 26th of Hunter. You guys are in the... well, I actually kind of need that. Come back here, book. Sorry about that. You guys are in the city of Somar Villa. And I'll show you on the map where you're at. Because you guys are all used to Ililnagai. Except for... well, no, half the party is used to this place. You guys are just south of the capital at where I marked that green X. So Ardor Sarai is, and if you move to, and this for the viewers, Ardor Sarai, or Ardor, the capital city, is in between two rivers, right there where I circled, and you guys are just south of it on the map. And Somar Villa. The capital is on the horizon past this village. Of course, it is a luxurious place where all the nobles and wealthy citizens who choose to live outside of the capital reside. Let's roll a d4 for what side of town you guys are on. I have to grab my diagram on the other side of the room. Been a while since I did this DM thing. Alright, 1 north, 2 east, 3 south, 4 west. 3, you guys are... Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense. You guys are on the south side of town. You guys have spent time outside of the city, coming into it at the morning. Yeah, we'll say the morning. You're on the south side of town. In the center of the city, well, actually, this is how we'll start the roleplay. There is a huge rising keep out of the middle of this city that it seems that the whole village has been built around, and all the manors slowly circling out from that one large keep. Lil Haran is going to be leading the party. Followed by, well, and let's get some character portraits here. Followed by Gaizen, Gelsina, and Lathy. And where are the Risen? Oh, she's probably in Group C, NPC.
Question, Brandon.
Yes.
Is the Ghost Storm seeable from Somar Villa?
Actually, yeah, it would be on the lower horizon. It would look like a dark rain cloud from here.
I want to just take note of any sewer like potholes or of the such as we are traveling.
Yeah, the Ghost Storm, it's not horrifically viewable. It looked like a darkened horizon of just like the sun setting a little bit. But yeah, it's in the morning sky, it's definitely noticeable of just like, what's that? Where is a Lil Haran? Here we go. Ah, Tealy of Purity. Sad day, you're not relevant anymore. Lil Haran and Lydia. Where is she? Oh, she's under the sun yet.
That's what I'm asking.
That's like so true. Alright.
Don't worry, Rob. We'll find her one day.
Oh, I never did go and replace her portrait after I changed it to her prison outfit because I don't know where I saved her original portrait. Alright. So, Lil Haran is going to be the first one to speak, pointing to the huge keep rising out of the center of the town. And she's going to say, That's the Nakart Manor. Lethel Nakart, and her family is what this entire city was, or what this entire town was built around. They're relatively new upstarts in Ardorian politics, but they're rich and powerful. If we get her favor on our side, then the magnate will be sure to see us. But it won't be as simple as simply meeting with her. I've been here once before. She seldom meets with much of anybody. I think if we start with some of the lesser noble families in the town, with enough influence, we can pressure her into a meeting. Looking back at everybody, she's going to nod and say, "Yeah, I'll handle that. You guys should just find us some place to stay in town." Everybody is together too, except Roman and Zodra.
Okay.
Are we splitting up and searching the town, or are we just going to whatever place? Or do we know where to go?
Let's see. Let's roll a die. Who's gonna remember this? So Gaizen is gonna be the first to speak up and say, if we stay at an inn somewhere public, close to the heart of the city, lots of people, make it hard for whoever's stalking us to pull off anything. Gilcina is going to pipe in and suggest and say, "Hey, what about the big tall guy, Celebris? He said he was a member of the Calcar."
Culkin.
And she nods and says, "Yeah, that one. He rode here or rather, he ran ahead to get a horse and ride into the capital. If he told them we're coming, maybe they'd be friendly."
Sewer's always a safe place.
The sewer?
It's dusty.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like
Well, you do that, and we'll
Yeah.
something else.
Lil Harn
Alright.
is going to put her hands together and say, "Dusty, we're going to be interacting with very high-class members of Ardorian politics. I think we should refrain from making a residence inside the sewer while we're here."
No. You're going to be meeting with high-class people. I'm off to acquire some new goods. My stocks are low. And with that, I'm taking a little tour around the city. As Dusty walks off.
Lil Harn is going to look and say, "Somebody go with him." Gilcina is going to grab her spear and say, I'm on it." And Gilcina is going to
Somebody go
run
with
following you.
The worst combo. Besides Dusty.
It could be worse. Altus could be joining me. Stealing and burning things.
Besides you and him.
We have their drugs and the money now. Run!
I think, Lydia's gonna be the one to speak up and say, "Okay, we need a decision. An inn at the heart of the city or finding the Kalkin office?"
Let's just go to an inn.
Alright. Alright. Lil Harn is, gonna follow you guys to the center of the city. At the center of the city, I had all of these rolled up, and This is why I kind of hate myself. Why would I even suggest this and just not force you guys to go someplace that I have notes for?
I don't know, because you hate yourself?
I know. I'm just like kind of flipping through this and hoping.
You and your freedom.
Hoping that I'd see.
Some rails on this baby.
Fuck your freedom. You're on the pain train now, baby.
All right.
You considered a police state.
This is not a democracy. This is communism. I am the law.
One more thing. Actually, there's one place where I know these are at.
Dictatorship is what I meant, not communism.
No, comrade, come the motherland away.
I was gonna say communism actually could sound pretty sweet, you know, like it's the Smurfs, man.
All right. I've got half of my notes on Somar Villa because I remembered they were not on. They were not on the city sheet. They're on an NPC sheet with NPCs inside of Somar Villa.
Why?
You have notes within notes within notes because he hates himself.
Probably because Latvelia is the only important member of this entire city, so...
There are other important members. There's a guy named Rokir Brook. You know what he does? You know what he does, Rob? He runs a tavern.
Did Thanos snap the other half of your notes?
Probably. Alright. In this... The tavern in the center of the city is called the Naked in Inia. It is a very, very nice place. And it's actually near the square, the town square on the western side of the Nakard Keep. So you guys are in the central city on the western side. Heading into the Naked in Inia.
Naked Inya?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of tavern is this?
It is a nice one. It's basically.
Shield your eyes, cracks.
What's the price for the premium?
It basically means like Naked Phoenix, but yeah, that's.
Keep telling yourself that.
That's what I tell myself to go to sleep at night.
It's like one half of that is true.
Alright, so, going into this place, there is going to be a large stage in the center here. The entertainment, oh man, they would have a whole array of bards giving poetry. Of just like one standing up and giving like a whole I forgot the name for a monologue that's in your head. Soliloquy? No. Something. Anyways, it's a monologue talking to himself. As soon as he finishes, the next bard stands up and gives a rhyming couplet about ardor. Then the one after that stands up, and as the others sit down, they start playing atmospheric music. This whole place is well lit. The first floor, there are only 2 sets of tables. The tables are occupied. However, there are benches around the stage set up for entertainment for this place. The tavern itself is 4 stories high, and it is immaculately clean. There's serving staff serving the people watching the bards giving these poetries, and this place is well lit. Yeah, as you as you guys step in here, Geisen is going to be the first one to he'll nod and say, I'll get pricing and see if we can get rooms. And he is going to walk off and start talking to one of the serving staff. Lil Harin is going to nod and say, she's not gonna leave you guys alone.
What?
Well, I feel like she would walk away and try and start, making connections, but she's, like, you're gonna see her have that thought and say, oh, okay, I'm going to, and she shakes her head and says, no, I'll wait with you guys. And she's, gonna start surveying people inside of the, tavern, just getting an eye for who's here. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Is it here, or are you going to ask like what Dusty?
Oh no, we'll jump back to Dusty.
Oh, Grax is gonna ask, where are the naked people?
You just asked the serving staff that, or are you asking a little Harin that?
To the group in general.
To the group in general. Lethe is a connoisseur of stories. And she's going to, when Gratz asks that, she's going to be like, what? Oh, naked, in India. It's an old fairy tale, or fable, moral. It's like a phoenix soul is a very powerful thing, and naked in India, it's a naked phoenix, like a naked soul, like you're being emotionally bare. And as she's talking to you, keep in mind, Lethe is now like probably just a little bit shorter than Grat. She went from a 16-year-old girl to a mature elven woman. Talking
with the mind of a 16-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the scene where you meet Hulk inside of Infinity Wars. It's just like, what is this?
Like,
yeah.
Not what I expected. Okay.
She's gesturing wildly with her hands in front of you, trying to spell it out.
How well does she do?
Well, I don't know.
Does she go on?
That's it. I'm saying, does Lemogratz get it?
Okay. Yeah.
Disappointment isn't measured to.
He's just gonna nod and say, sure.
Mm-hmm. Alta says reality is often disappointing.
I mean, that's fire to the tavern.
I'm gonna try and say I've learned that a lot being around you people.
What are you talking about? There's never a dull moment around us.
Geisen is going to come back to the party as you guys are standing here and scratch his head and it's like, we can't afford this place. Yeah. Lydia is going to turn out her pocket and say, nonsense, come on, this was what we decided on. Everybody, come on, we've got to have something we can sell.
Oh man, someone's optimistic. Well, actually, one person has a lot of things to sell, but he walked off.
Yeah, he did. Let's see. Does Altus have anything Altus gave away all of his money in Isildrad. Altus has 45 gold. And he is going to, turn out his pockets with 45 gold. And, then, yeah. Does anybody else have anything else to contribute to the pot?
How much?
Asking, Geisen.
Yeah.
Geisen is going to say, it's about twice, anything we pay in, anything in, in Dockensdale. at some place that's nice. I think it's absorbent, but 20
That
gold a
doesn't help
person.
me. 20 gold a person.
Yep. Yeah, he
For a night?
nods and says yes. Covers food and lodging.
We can find another place. Vax starts walking towards the door.
He's gonna nod and start leaving the tavern too. Alright, where do you guys want to go? You investigated the center of the city. There is the north, west, east, and south. They're like, this is a tourist destination. There are other places to stay.
You said there was a Calkin office here?
There is.
Do we know where?
It wouldn't be hard to find out, just asking somebody around.
What do I need to roll?
I won't roll you. You don't have to roll anything on that. I'll just give you a so you like go to ask like somebody in this tavern before you guys leave, like what where the Calkin office is, and you're going to see a poster, or you're gonna see a a poster just stuck to the wall near the reading section of this tavern, as is common with taverns inside of Ardor. They have a section at the entranceway of all of them dedicated to stories and journals where people can leave stuff behind, almost like a bulletin board. And you're gonna see a poster that says "City destroyed. Don't understand. Are scared of a magic user doing the same to you. Join the Calkin today. Defend defend Cedal. Location on the west side of the city at the Elslore Manor." And it gives a street address. You know exactly where it's at. They are recruiting.
Yay! Let's head that way.
Alright. You guys head towards the Calkin office. We are going to jump towards we're going to jump towards Roman and Zodra.
Yay, us.
Hello.
What are we doing?
You guys have just blown into town too, as two lone desperados. I'm going to.
One is walking.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll you guys.
Remember, we had such a slow pace.
Well, we can move at a normal pace. I have a fucking celestial ass horse. Like fuck you.
Yeah.
Go as fast as I feel.
I rolled you guys a die, and you're actually on the west side of town too. Same thing for the description of the city. This is a brilliantly fancy place. Buttresses and keeps rising in out of the center of the city, spiraling down into the lower section of the city on the outer rings. On the northern horizon, the city of Ardor looms. You guys, there is no town wall around Somar Villa. You guys are going to be walking through the streets and markets of the western side into Somar Villa. You guys know Roman's cloak ran out by the time you guys had decided to travel here. Or rather, while you guys were traveling here. And the last thing he was able to do was get you back to the primary material plane, and you've been traveling the last day on the road. You guys have been chasing rumors in the region, dotting around of Ililnagian diplomats, and basically people have been telling you, yeah, I've seen him. Killed a dude on the road over here, left a body over here, ranting about poison over here, couple dead birds over here, couple, buildings caving in, well, not caving in, but being set on fire here. as you guys have been looking on them. You believe you are on their trail, and they are within Somar Villa.
So, finally, fucking here.
You know what? I'm gonna give you guys a contact. As you have arrived in Somar Villa, the last person you talked to pointed you towards a mercenary working within the region named Gavani. And he is currently serving as a town guard, watching the western road leading out of the city towards the river. And you guys are going to have met him at the road. And he is going to, he is a halfling, and he's got his spear and his leather armor on. And he's going to say to you, oh, heard you guys were coming. And you're looking for those Alunagian diplomats. I got a tip on them. But information around here ain't free always.
Yeah. Information cost. You know, I don't know, do you give a discount? Much like the rest of you, is everything half off?
Zoder's having to stifle a laugh there. He's like, God damn it, drop.
Yeah,
He's gonna be disappointed by the size of our group.
He's gonna rub his hands together and say, yeah, I need leaves, about 7 of them.
Leaves?
He says, yeah, I need leaves, about 7 of them. Fresh, off the top of the trees.
Are you being serious right now?
He's gonna nod and say, I can't pick them. You ask for a discount, I take gold or I like leaves.
I thought it was slang. I'm so sorry.
I did too. I was thinking we were talking about like drugs or something here.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're talking about those kind of leaves, I can hook you up.
Like, any leaves? Do you have like a favorite tree?
I don't smoke the sticky icky. I would have been confused.
He's gonna say, I like silver birch. Right up from the northern regions. You got any of those? Sometimes along water?
Okay, so how much gold?
Yeah.
He's gonna say, enough for a drink. Works fine for me.
Okay, so one more time. This is Somar Villa. I've never been here, but I know this is the ritzy part of town. I am but a poor sailor.
He's gonna say 4.
Cool. I can do that.
That is noble living for a day. 4 gold. He takes it and he's gonna say, your peeps no, he's not gonna talk like that. He's a mercenary, but he's not like that down in the dumps. And he's gonna say, yeah, your people came through. They were I heard they had a member with the Kalkin with them. I was by the recruitment office. He took a horse and left when I was looking for a job. Yeah. And he's just gonna gesture to himself, and he's
halfling.
and he's gonna say, "Yeah, everybody's tall."
Yeah,
really tall guy.
Okay, yeah, but you see me. You see me, like compared to you, compared to me. That guy, like, you get what I'm saying?
He's gonna say one more me's of you. One more me's on you.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it. Well,
I'm honestly surprised he's not more offended.
He really
took
it
that.
all day.
He really took that in stride.
He took that very well. He must be very used to it.
I mean, yeah, he's
That's
in the
what I'm
human
saying.
nation. He's good.
He's probably hears this every day.
Cool. To the Kalkin office. You
Which way is that?
Yeah, which way is that?
He's gonna point and say, Gavrilo's daughter's manning it now.
Who?
Oh. Oh.
You
So
said,
I
oh,
met
I
her.
know this person.
Oh, I've met her and met the dad.
Good
He
people?
killed him.
Oh. No. Well, I don't know their personal business, but she killed him.
Sounds like good people.
It was a weird night.
He's gonna nod and say, I worked with Gavrilo once or twice before. Not a good guy. Ilderon's not gonna miss him. And yeah, he points to the manor in the center of the city, and he's gonna say, I'd be careful though. I heard they've been attracting trouble. Or maybe they are trouble.
Maybe both.
Type of trouble.
I attract all kinds of trouble. Did you not just hear how I know Gavrilo? Not an uncommon occurrence.
Yeah, he's gonna shrug and say mercenaries, right?
Right.
They just kind of head down mercenary stuff. I don't know who that is.
I mean, I can explain it to you when
On the road.
Making
So
my
there
way
was this,
downtown,
there's this assassin when the magnate was being killed. And he's a mercenary and he had an axe, and yeah. Anyways, do you guys leave Gavani?
I don't know how long we'll be in town, but if you hear anything else nice, let me know. I'll keep my eye out on leaves.
Alright. You guys head towards the Falcon office. Switching over to Dusty and Galesina. You want me just to roll you a die in the direction you go?
Sure. I would like to specify that I'm actually not going to steal anything this time around, surprisingly enough.
I think
I'm only
Okay, I'm gonna roll these on stream because you guys are gonna think I'm cheating you. My die just rolled a 4 again. Okay, there's a 1. I'm gonna go with the second roll. You're on the north side of town. Walking through the center of the town, just kind of like looking.
I am also stealthing, and I'm profiling. Specifically, I'm investigating potential targets and areas of escape and possible places that bad people could be at. My kind of people.
Oh, your kind of people. You came to the right side of town then. Let me roll a stealth check for Galesina following you.
I mean, is she able to beat without me rolling a 23?
That reminds me.
Follow me.
Yeah, she's following you at a 23. I rolled that with advantage, but I'm just taking the first roll. Yeah, so she is going to follow you at a 23 of just like, why are we sneaking around? This is awesome! Reminds me of Isildred.
Cena's my favorite.
It's never bad to lose old habits. Well, good old habits.
So you are going to see caravans, especially on the northern road, going towards the capital. People who still choose to trade on land, and most of these caravans are coming from the eastern side of town, all carrying all different types of things. This kind of sends a shiver down your spine because the last time you guys passed one of these, it exploded on you and killed one of the guards in your. Oh, I forgot you guys had 2 guards in your party. They'll get retroactively rolled in. And killed and maimed one of the guards following you guys. Also, on this side of the town, you're going to notice there is a popular 3-story tavern called Woolgrief that people seem to be coming in and out of. It is one of the lesser fine places of Somarvilla, as in like everything you've been passing has been like fit for a inside of the center of the city has been like fit for a king. This place looks like a traveler's tavern on the northern side, on the outskirts of it.
I'll go there later.
Yeah, you are going to know pretty much anything inside of the city is heavily guarded. There town guards here. Well, there are town guards. You see them ever so often, but you actually see bannermen in purple and red armors and robes moving through the city. Probably, I'm just going to give this information to you, denoting them as men loyal to the Nakart house. And it seems that Lithalia has a very strong military presence inside of the city, too. Once the...
it's just Ithildred, but less wet.
Yeah, once the caravans get to the northern road, that's where the vulnerabilities come in, outside of the city. And you guys stay here on the northern side of the city, watching them for maybe a half hour.
So do I? Okay. Can I make an investigation check to see if I notice any gang signs or possible organized crime?
Go for it.
Natural 20. I rolled that with advantage, but the first roll was a natural 20, so I'll just take the first roll.
Organized crime. Yeah, you hear somebody talking, and they are going to say, you hear like just walking by one of the caravan guards, following the caravan to the north of the city, and you can see you hear Amphitheater is hiring for a new job, and the other guard is going to respond like, no, I know mercenaries were moralists, but I don't work with the Tolls. They're despicable. You are going to recognize the Tolls family. They are a big crime syndicate inside of Ardor Sarai. They have a presence here.
Yeah, they do.
Alright. I'll have to see if that leads me anywhere. Anything else?
No, that's gonna be the main thing.
Alright, my last stop before going back to the last place I saw the group. Because I don't know where they actually are.
Congratulations, your story is now Roman and Zodra. Where are they?
Is I want to visit an apothecary and actually do legitimate business.
Okay.
I'm playing way out of character. I know. No. No. I know nothing of this city. I need to set up everything before I start stealing everything.
Roll me a investigation check for asking around for an apothecary.
Okay, new investigation. 20 in total.
Okay. Let's see. Out of all these people here, would any of them have a apothecary on hand? You're going to be sent back towards the center of the town. Okay, so you're still on the north side of the town, but you're on the north center side of the town. Across the street from a place named the Brass Knight Inn, you are going to find a building, just like asking around. The people are like, oh, you're going to want to go there, you're going to want to go there, you're going to want to go there. Inside of this building, it is not any official like apothecary shop. It is just a man and his wife knocking, or well, rather they tell you it's just a man and his wife, and that they supply the chantries inside of the town with all of the alms and potions they need to do any healing or care. They are basically contracted merchants for that. Yeah, knocking on their door. You are going to be eye level with a dwarf. With a dwarf. Ooh, another shorty! She has got red hair and freckles. she's going to be looking at you and Galcina and say, "Oh, we're in the middle of some business right now. I don't believe we'd received any contract from you."
No, I just blown in from the city. My name is Richard, and this is my apprentice.
She's going to grab your hand and say, "Well, Richard, it's great to see you. It's a pleasure meeting you. Really, it is."
Yes, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Santa is going to say, "Excuse me, ma'am, are you drunk?" And she's just going to say, "No, it's just a couple glasses of morning wine."
Nothing wrong with an early drink. If you, I don't want to interrupt your business, so, if you don't, so I don't mind waiting, for you and your, partner to finish up, but, I would like to discuss business myself, when the time is convenient.
She is, going to say, come back for breakfast tomorrow morning. Oh, we'll talk business over a couple glasses. Richard, it is, right?
Yes, I'm sorry,
And
I didn't
you-
catch your name.
And she's gonna say, Jameeth. And you hail from, tilting her head.
Oh, I hail from this small, town just by the border. Things are getting a little rough there. I thought it would be, safer to come towards the capital.
Roll me a deception check.
I'm surprised you didn't ask me sooner.
Well, I mean, you don't need a deception check on my name's Richard. It just,
I mean, she's drunk.
Yeah.
14 should be enough.
I mean, she rolls with, wait a second, I don't... No, she does roll with, disadvantage. Dwarves can
I was
be
about to say,
drunk.
yeah, dwarves are... I mean, it takes a bit, but they get
Yeah. Yeah, she's, gonna tilt her head and say, "Oh, living on the border, you brave man. That's why I came to Ardor. It's the nation of heroes, just like us."
Exactly. Anyway, tomorrow
she's
for
gonna say,
breakfast.
"Sunrise, Richard. I'll see you then." Slams the door in your face.
All right, I'm going. I'm going to turn around and it's like, don't say a word of this to anyone, and might be a little gold for you.
Lathy is kind of like put her eyebrows together and say, "What's gold worth? I want food."
Then I'll pay for. Tell you what, you can come to breakfast with me if you promise to keep your mouth shut during the conversation.
She's gonna nod.
Just kind of clapping Lathy on the shoulders, like, that's a good girl. Now,
Wait,
let's
what
go
do you
find
climb
everyone
up to do? What do
No,
you climb up
I,
to
I clap her shoulder, like, you know.
No, I'm saying, what do you climb up to clap her shoulder? She is a human.
Oh, I thought she was. Okay, her thigh. The equivalent of. It's like, good girl. All right, let's go find the others.
All right. Lathy helps you with an investigation check. Roll it with advantage. On a above 16, you find them. We'll jump back to the rest of the party. Everybody,
Yeah, I find them.
everybody else, moving through the city towards the Kalkin office. I have to remember this place. Oh, okay, cool. The Elslore Manor, which has been converted into the Kalkin office, is less of a mansion and more of a small fortress. It is built as a orcish stronghold, except out of stone, and significantly smaller. There are 4 towers around it, just giving it a squarish look. And the processional walkway up to the manor, walking inside of it, it's actually an iron portcullis that blocks the pathway into the rest of the manor. The portcullis is... Why do I keep putting away my D100? The portcullis is actually down as you guys approach it. And they don't really necessarily have all of the people here to man this place as they're currently recruiting. But there is going to be a there's going to be a large bell that seems that has been constructed and placed out here for visitors. As you guys approach, Gaizen's going to be the first one. Gaizen's going to be the first one to speak up and say, "This seems out of place here." And Lil Harn's going to speak up and say, "From my understanding, the Kalkin have always tried to blend in and make their offices out of small residences. Almost seems like they're mounting an invasion with a place like this." As you guys are approaching this place and approaching the portcullis, Roman, with your special eyes walking onto the road,
Yay!
you and Zodra see, of course, the same thing I just described. A group is walking over the stone pathway up to the portcullis. Among them, I guess you don't recognize. You don't recognize. Yeah, as I say, you don't recognize any of these people, but they are. It looks like they're approaching to knock on the, or rather, to ring the bell to summon the Kalkin. This could be your peeps.
I'm just happy that it's been so long since I've perceived something.
What, that the right eye of Sauron is seeing something?
You've got 22 perception, right?
23!
23. There's no way they're not seeing you. Or you're not seeing them.
I know, it's just been a while since I've had to flex my eyes. I've been roaming in a while.
Meanwhile,
So, yeah, like I was saying, Rosalia is a whole vampire. And then...
Who's a whole vampire? What?
Oh, there are people at the door. I wonder if that's who we're looking for.
Oh, no.
I'd say if they looked vaguely a little Nagian, but, like, out of character, I fucking know that party is a hodgepodge of not.
Yeah. Well, there are some haggard individuals in them. Like, 'cause I did forget about those two guards. The two guards are going to be traveling with them too. One of them is like, I mean, he's living, but he's got injuries on death's door of, like, you know, no matter if you magically mend a broken leg, it still has to sit right, for all the tendons and everything else. Anyways, though, yeah, they're a beleaguered few in their ranks. Do you approach them?
I wonder if Makana is here.
She'd probably be in the capital.
This isn't the capital?
No, it's Somar Villa. It's like the place all the rich people go to get away from the capital.
Ah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm going to approach.
Okay.
I'll be behind him. I'm still on the horse, I'm not getting off.
The party sees two people approaching behind them, sandwiching them in. What did I do? Oh, here we go.
What does that shadow cloak look like? Like
It's
does it look
translucent.
like it-
You can't
Okay.
you can't see it.
Okay.
If
So, you see,
somebody's close, they'd see, you know, like do you know what like heat looks like? I guess is the best way to, like, that wavy.
Like when it's coming off of
You mean a heat
road and
wave?
shit like that?
Yeah, like
So that weird sort of like
yeah, it looks like that. Like, it's not fuzzy. It does, like, if they were looking through, it probably extends off your body maybe an inch or 2 inches. In the areas you have it, like, you could wrap it completely around one of your arms or something. And just, like, looking through it, it doesn't fuzz anything looking through it, but it kind of, like, waves and distorts the stuff behind it. So if somebody paid really close attention to you, they'd be like, "Oh, whoa, that's weird." But you know,
and it's just like adding a weird effect to my clothes' shader as opposed to an actual, like,
It's just because he's such a hot person.
it's true.
As you guys are walking, or as the party is walking, Gaizen's going to say, Gaizen's like gonna look back and see you guys, and then say, "Heads up, we got." As he does, Altus is gonna go, ah! Turn around and cast Firebolt at evens. Roman, odds Zodra. Evens.
Wow, like friendly fire already.
Well, I mean, he's not gun shy, but on edge. He's yeah.
Roman's within 5 feet of me. I was gonna say before you did that, I was gonna go ahead, since I have a reaction he's attacking somebody within 5 feet, put disadvantage with using my protection.
Okay.
Actually,
he rolls it.
It's a ranged spell. Doesn't get disadvantage anyway because it's from 5 feet away.
No.
The range.
Not that close.
The party's not that close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm 5 feet from
Altus shoots a firebolt at Roman. Zodra is going to shove Roman out of the way. It just whooshes right past you.
What was that for?
Yeah, and same thing. Geisen's gonna put his hand in front of Altus. This dwarf just shot a firebolt at you, and Geisen's going to say, "Altus, we're not on the road anymore. We're in a city." And Altus is gonna say, "Sorry, reflexes." Putting his hands over his face. And Geisen, looking at you guys approaching, is going to step in front. And you guys are not on a drawbridge because there is no moat, but the roadway is kind of slightly elevated. Not much, maybe just just a stone walkway built over the road by that comes off the ground maybe 8 or 10 inches, and then just sides that raise up as kind of half fences around here. And so you guys are definitely on a path that only leads, Roman and Zodra towards the party. The party sandwiched between the keep and Roman and Zodra. Just it's kind of almost a standoff on a bridge, although, it's not a bridge because you can just jump over the side. And Geisen is going to step towards the Roman and Zodra between the party and say, "You eyeballing us?"
You're gonna ask us if we're eyeballing you after you shot at us? Are you eyeballing us?
Right,
Are you looking at me? I said, "Are you looking at me?"
Right, your boy there your guy fired a firebolt at me. If anything, I'm the one that should be mad.
Right.
He's got a great sword on his back, and
what's he fucking do?
Yeah, and he's just going to say, "Let's just chalk it up as a misunderstanding and keep moving."
Are you the Ilderon diplomats? I know that's probably not a good
but Lil Haran is going to stand behind Lumagrax and say, "Are we fighting?" "Oh God, we're fighting."
We're not fighting.
No, we're not fighting.
And Geisen's going to say, "Why are you asking?"
Because we've been up and down fucking Cedal looking for Lydia.
He has news for her. I have questions.
And he's gonna say, "You're not the only one."
Well,
I'll roll him a morality die. Because, I feel like they've been through this 3 times before on the road of just "Ha! You're the Illuminagians!" Stabby, stab, stab, stab. You know what? It came up 10. He's not feeling terribly talkative. And he's gonna say, "Look, we've been through this before. We end up barely walking away from this, but you end up taking bodies back to whoever hired you. Let's save you the time and effort carrying the body, and you and your friend go back."
Please don't resist. Give me a second.
That's not
Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. I know how to fix this. Give me a second.
Please
Hold
don't
on,
go
resist.
ahead.
Just
Hold on.
let us kill her.
Wait, hold yourself.
Fuck. Hold on. I got it.
Dusty
Give me a second.
and Gilcina are going to be walking in on this standoff on the bridge, coming up
Still
the road.
stealthing, by the way, if anyone cares, but you know.
Isn't that a given
Yeah.
for you?
It should be, but you know, want to make sure everyone knows.
Gelsina is going to also come too, turning the corner and hunching hunching by the half fence, spear out with Dusty and say, "Oh God, more assassins!" She's got her spear out at the ready. Roman, with your 23 perception, you're going to hear her on her 23 check. You guys are surrounded.
A 23 perception.
Yeah, I have a 23 passive perception. Welcome to the Roman Drake show.
There's someone kneeling on the other side of a fence post at the start of this bridge, along with she's talking to somebody else. What you
Okay,
doing,
so-
Zodra?
What are you doing?
give me
Because
a
we're
second.
surrounded.
Yeah, give me a second. Just bam. Just don't resist it.
Oh God, why?
Zodra starts casting a spell.
I'm gonna cast counterspell.
Alright.
This can only end well.
Netra counters your spell.
I'm so frustrated. No, like, it's like,
You might as well just start talking.
Okay, look, I'm Roman Drake. This is Zodra. I'm so sorry, I don't know you.
Zodra Pin.
Zodra Penn. He's. That was out of character. Roman would know it.
Yeah.
Zodra Penn. We're here. We're not actually here on any orders, are we? No, not really.
No, we're here on our own before.
Lyra is super not okay with us being here.
Lyra, yeah, she doesn't really want to lose you. I think she just cares less for me, but still
Cool.
doesn't want to
Anyway,
lose.
so we're here because Zodra is from Iseldred.
Hi.
How did you get out?
And-
I'm pretty sure y'all know my name.
Yeah, when you
Oh,
say
yeah,
that,
Iseldred.
when you say
Wait.
that, Lathy
By the way-
is going to stand up and like look and it's like, Zodra, you were supposed to be dead a year ago.
Oh, wait, yeah, I do have it written down.
She's going to walk up, and you're going to recognize, or not Lathy, you're going to recognize Gelsina. Gelsina Sodella is going to walk up from, she's got the spear still in her hand, although she's not using it threateningly. And she's going to like look at him and it's like, "Oh, guys, he's fine. The Overlord killed him and all his friends like a year ago before he left Iseldred. Oh,
He tried to kill all of my friends. He got good through most of my friends. I got out.
She's going to continue and say, "You guys remember when you were living in the basement of my house and all those bloodstains were on the ground? That was his."
Wait, that was your house?
She's gonna say it
You
was
knew it was
my
her house.
Yeah, it was
You knew it
my
was her house.
family's
Come
house, but that was him and his friend's blood.
Yeah, bad. I don't
So
really think about
that's
that.
touching.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk
And
about
she's
that,
got
Gelsina.
she's got a huge smile on her face, like as she's saying
And
this.
just talking about their death.
Now, yeah, everybody else looks kind of mortified of just like, oh, you know, like giving you the solemn respect it deserves, and she's just kind of like,
Yeah, I'm kind of down-faced now, kind of like, I didn't want to think about that.
she's going to call out behind the wall and say, Dusty, it's Zodra, it's from Iseldred. You
I
know,
thought him and his fucking band of idiots died years ago!
She's gonna say, I did too. Apparently, he's alive.
Well, tell him to get back in the ground where he belongs!
And she's gonna turn
Wait,
to
there's another one of you?
Yeah, she's gonna turn to Zodra and say, Dusty got out of Iseldred. He said you should get in the ground where you belong. She shrugs.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. And
You won't
I think he
take me
likes
back
it that
alive!
way.
yeah.
He likes it that way.
She's gonna look a little like hesitant, kind of look side to side, and then just like step forward and awkwardly give you a hug and say, "It's good to see you."
No, don't touch him! He stinks of missile dread!
I probably smell better than that guy. I know what a bath is.
Well, that's rude.
Running water's good enough.
Kind of tap her, like, that awkward tap on the back hug, like, yeah, good to see you too. This is weird, because we've never really talked, ever.
Well, I
want
mean,
to go.
you knew
I'm gonna
of her.
sneak up to him, and I want to go through his things real quick. Do I need to roll for that, or?
They are aware of your presence.
They're
You
aware
would
of my
have to roll for it.
Yeah, alright. The sleight of hand, stealth, or both?
Roman sees you at a 23. So yeah, as soon as you come into vision, you can walk up to Zodra's stuff and start rustling through it. Roman's going to notice you doing it. You have to roll me a sleight of hand check against Zodra's perception. He doesn't
Nice.
see you, but he can potentially feel you.
No.
Alright.
Yeah, so...
What you got?
I legitimately, my nat 20 doesn't even get to that, like...
Yeah, just going through and
Empty your pockets, what you got?
just going through and looking through Zodra's stuff, Roman is going to notice there's this dirty halfling just digging through Zodra's stuff.
Zodra, the urchin is robbing you.
No, not robbing, I'm just taking a look.
He's what? I've summoned my fucking sword to my hand at that point.
Oh yeah,
Well, this has been a really tense conversation.
yeah, and while he doesn't have much, he's got a pouch of gold and a couple things that denote his identity. You recognize scrolls of pedigree. Before he turns his attention to you, and Geisen,
Sword in hand. Now magic sword in hand. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Geisen not looking impressed, it's like, your gold's not even worth taking. More people.
Geisen's going to speak up and
Walk
say,
away.
that's all well and good, you guys are old chums from Isildred, but what's that got to do with Lydia?
We're not friends.
I don't know this person. I kind of know her.
Wait, would they have been there when Lydia was captured?
No, they were
Because
not.
she was.
They were not. Zodra, the timeline, Zodra left a year ago, Isildred, when he got out. But, time passes weirdly in Isildred, so it feels like it's been forever. But yeah, they were not there inside of Isildred when Lydia was captured.
I've never been to Disseldred.
Yeah. Anyways, Geisen asked, what's that got to do with Lydia? And I think, JJ, you said that's fine and dandy, but...
It's like, well, Lydia, your father was... What was his name? Oh god, I forgot it.
Ivan Solo.
Yeah, your father was Ivan.
She's
Correct.
gonna say, yeah, a complicated criminal in the wind. I haven't heard from him in weeks. If you're after him, I don't know where he's at. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm not after him.
No.
Kind
He,
of shunts my sword back into
Ow.
non-existence.
I'm having. It's like Roman's gonna be like about to say something and then be like,
Actually, what does Roman have? I'm gonna go through Roman stuff.
I have a bag of holding and 2 hands.
Do I need to say it or do you need to say it? Which one?
I'll say it.
Okay.
So, just trying to find the words because everything I say seems to trigger something in you people. So I'm here
You people.
on
Oh my god.
on request of Iman to protect her from the nonsense that's happening. That was his dying wish.
Oh no, another idiot in the ground.
Lydia's going to, she's gonna go weak a second, stumbling and catching herself on the railing before slumping to the ground and say, dying? Is he still alive?
No,
Unfortunately not.
he's dead. I can sadly assure you he is
We can sadly assure you.
Geisen's gonna look back at Lydia and then at you guys and say, Lydia, still yourself for now. Looking at you guys, he's going to say, we don't need any help from his associates.
We're not his associates.
No, we're not. If you want to associate with the Supreme Light, we're more like Lyra's goons, but also not that.
Alilharan's going to put all of this together, and Lumigrax and Roman are going to hear her whisper, they killed him.
She got it.
Yep.
Points to Ilderon.
Everybody looks back at her. Lydia's going to say, what? Ilderon's going to shake her head. And then finally she's going to say, they killed your father on behalf of the Supreme Light. Lydia is gonna exhale for a minute, just okay. And she's gonna stand up and say, we still have to negotiate the ceasefire. No, I'll still myself for now and deal with this later. She looks to Roman and Zodra and says, he told you to protect me? I don't need any more protection. You said you had questions.
He had questions.
I understand how hard it is to kind of take this all in right now, so I think my questions can wait till you're in a better state of mind to actually keep answering questions. I know what it is to lose someone close multiple times.
Ilderon is going to step from behind Lumigrax and says, if you're here on if you're here as a friend of the Supreme Light, then we are allies. She sent us on this mission. Ilderon's going to extend her hand forward and say, Ilderon of Elegance.
I was looking at Roman like, are you shaking it? I'm shaking it. Who's shaking it?
We both can shake it. We're both people. Oh yeah,
You're
but I'll go
human.
first. Roman Drake of Drake.
Drake.
She takes your hand and curtsies.
I'll also shake her hand. Zodra Pin of Calcrest.
Same. Geisen is going to take his hand off his sword and say, Geisen Windspear was a part of Order 47 in the Sun Yeth. Now I'm just trying to get my spot back.
Oh, Riaz is a wind spear. You know Riaz?
He's going to nod and would he consider her a banshee? Actually, I'm gonna roll his relationship with her. There we go. 92, and he's gonna say, other than my mate, only one of the wind spears with half a mind about her.
She's a cool person.
And he's gonna shake his head and say, wait, she married out of the clan. She's the
Amari.
Elven Lord.
Mari.
He nods.
She's married to the Melanthagar.
Prius.
I'm sorry, not a human. Awful Dorai, that guy. But anyways.
He's part of a problem I have too.
Yeah. It's a long story.
Very.
Let's see, who hasn't introduced themselves? Lydia is still too shocked to introduce herself. Altus is going to step forward, the dwarf who shot the firebolt, and say, I'm sure you can see how that's just a misunderstanding.
Like knee him in the balls.
I keep forgetting he's a dwarf.
Really? Roll me an attack roll against his AC.
Can I flank so he gets a bit now? Can I like hold his shot? I'm kidding.
I mean, if I'm within 5 feet, Can I impose disadvantage?
Are you walking up to introduce yourself? I'll allow you to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, the 13 was so bad.
Let's see.
Critical nut strike.
No,
It's disadvantage,
yeah,
though.
it's
This is a disadvantage. I just ensured the 13's happening.
Alright, that hits. Roll me damage. Altus has an 8. How does he have an AC of 12?
Because he
He's
doesn't
a
have
sorcerer.
mage armor.
He's a sorcerer and he doesn't have his mage
dex.
armor equipped.
I'm so sorry, I rolled max damage.
That's a critical nut punch. is what that is.
No, it's not.
Oh, I actually
It's
have
a
to
13.
admit that, but we'll keep it.
Yeah.
I actually rolled D6s on my attack, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would have hurt like hell.
Let's see.
I'll just keep the damage, it's fine. I'd rather not roll max on a D6.
Nah, you need to roll a d6.
Altus is,
Unconscious.
No, he takes the damage. He's like, I deserve that. You know what? Yeah.
We're even.
He's gonna say, no, let me make it up to you. Here, I want you to have these. And he's gonna hand you some trail rations.
He wouldn't do that. That is not Altus.
And
Fire back!
as he hands you the trail rations, Lathy's, an elven woman's going to run up and say, oh, no, don't eat those, swatting them to the floor. And she's gonna say, Lathy, Yenavera.
Are those poisoned?
Altus is gonna say, no, of course not, I want it. Lathy
I will
is
insight
gonna...
that myself.
Lathy's gonna, scratch her head and say, we honestly don't know.
He's done things to them, but we don't know what.
I've been to Ardor twice in just as many months. Fire and poison are all I find in this country. Anyways, nice to meet you, Robin Drake.
And I'm Lumograx so hard.
Oh, why? Oh, you're just Psycha's brother.
But you can call me Grax.
I'll probably call you that instead of just Psycha's brother.
Say what now?
Oh,
Um,
nice to meet you.
Who's just Psycho?
Lil Harden is going to, like, look at, Lumirax, at Rowan,
Oh!
and she's gonna say, Soul Heart?
You didn't tell them that you're a Dorian nobility?
She's going to say, Lumigrax, I have been researching Ardorian noble houses.
Oh, you have?
We're going to negotiate with Ardorian nobles, and you're an Ardorian noble. Alright, here we go. She's gonna roll a stay calm die.
Stay calm, die!
She rolls
Critical
a 10
fail.
and adds her charisma to that. So I think that's gonna be a 14.
What is the calm DC?
17.
Let's see. Well, I made that as a check of just how visibly frustrated she looks. So she's going to be at a like, you guys are gonna see her. She's going to, like, her eyes are going to flare, and then exhale and stay graceful in this situation.
Did we not know his last name this entire time?
No, look,
asked?
Lumbergrass has gone by Grax this entire time.
I would like to answer that question with a follow-up question. Did we ever ask?
Yeah. And
Probably not, no.
she's going to say, your family's the noble family in charge of the security of the chantries within inside the capital. Your mother can get us a meeting with any ocular inside of the city.
I'm not on.
If you want to
I'm not
talk
on
to an
good terms-
ocular,
I'm not on good terms with my parents.
it's like, oh yeah, because hold up real quick, because Jessica was the heir to the family, right?
She was, because Lumigrax left.
I checked. Exactly. Lemograx isn't the heir, at least as far as I know. Of course, I don't know who is anymore. You guys are a bag of wonders. What did I get myself into?
Speaking of which,
You stay out of my bag of wonders.
So
I have things! Stay out!
Say that again, Taylor?
my family life is complicated.
She's gonna say, yes, I can understand that from your relation with your brother.
I mean, if you want to talk to an ocular, I know the one in charge of the Chantry of Gale song.
She's gonna say concordance.
Thank you. Nice guy. Brother's a piece of work.
I can't help with that at all. I've never been to this city.
Ilderon is going to say, I've been collecting rumors since we've been traveling. From what I can tell, the Magnate isn't on the best terms with the Faith. I think that would be wise to speak with the Ocular, but I don't think it's the only contact we should make.
You guys should probably talk to the Renapauls. They don't live around here, do they?
Ilderon shakes her head. She's the only one in this party that knows Ardorian politics? Let's
Well,
see.
besides me.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
And
where
it's
the
very
other
ad
two
hoc.
are from.
I think like half this party has been in a bubble for about 16 years, so good.
Right.
give or take.
They don't really know politics.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
What's a politic?
What do you mean your leaders don't just charm you all the time?
What do you mean you don't have thralls do all the bidding around here? What the hell?
I was like, what do you mean, like, I gotta pay with gold? Can't I just take it?
Can't I just give you this like shiny?
Oh.
Should I be concerned that Dusty has emptied my bag of holders?
That's a lot of stuff in the bag of holding.
That only depends. How many socks do you have? How much do you care about them? And what else do you
Did
have?
you take this? Did you even try to take Zodra's sock when you looked at him?
Well, no. I'm not taking the socks you're wearing. I'm taking the socks that are in your bag.
I don't wear
there's no
socks.
socks in my
I don't wear a
bag.
shirt.
No, you've taken socks off people before, like while they were wearing them.
Celebruses.
Yeah.
That's true. I could steal the sock. Actually, let me make a roll. I'm gonna burn a lucky point. I'm gonna roll that again. Disappointment.
Yeah.
Do you see me try to take your sock?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it had to be a consent.
Yeah, he does. Roman.
Roman does. He's
No, not Romans. The other one.
Oh,
I know
Zodra's?
Roman can see me.
I don't know what Zodra's perception.
Also, that's
my
a 24.
passive is 10, but like
I mean,
Yeah, you. Zodra. I'm gonna put this as a base DC though, because like it's gonna be, or I'm gonna put it as a ability check, because it's gonna be really hard to take a sock off somebody who's wearing it. And like as Zodra's standing there, you feel something like tugging at your boot, and looking down, like you see the halfling again, like tugging at your common clothes.
these are too nice to be from Ilderon.
I will tell you once and one more time only. If you try to steal from me again and I catch you, you will lose both hands.
I'm not stealing from you. I'm just checking out your equipment. I don't think your story holds up.
I don't care. You will lose both hands.
Altus is going to say, story or not, we've been kind of being hunted by some people that we have no relation to and that we didn't piss off at all up and down the roads of Ardor, so we should probably get inside. Gesturing to the...
Don't worry, my hands are as clean as a whistle. I've never taken anything that didn't already belong to me.
Don't even need to insight that.
I don't even need to
You really don't.
You really don't.
All right. So,
ring the bell.
Zodra rings the bell. While you guys are waiting out here, Gelsina's gonna like look at Roman And just, Roman's gone through each one's like, oh, I've got this really, I got this one. She's gonna be like, so, you ever had a fish before?
I have?
She is gonna nod and point to herself, and me too. Last week. And winks.
Is she insinuating something?
I think she wants to get in on the I seem to know something about all of you party. I hope. She flirting with me?
No, she's not. That was an accomplishment for her the first time she ate meat. She's lived in a place with no meat.
Okay,
no
I thought.
Oh wait, so do I connect that dot? Because I feel like
no, it's just really weird. It's just like this
when
girl's
she
just
said
like, you ever
if
eat a
ever
fish?
had-
Yeah, and she's like, I ate a fish last week, and just winks like, what is her problem? Okay.
I'll be honest. I took that in a completely different direction.
I mean, you can take it
same.
however you want, but that's what she says. It's like,
Yeah, I'm just finding it weird. Like,
I'm
I
thinking when and how.
went fishing with my dad all the time.
I'll look at Gelsina and be
I'll
like,
be right
"So-"
back. I need to do something real quick.
Look at Gelsina and be like, so how long have y'all been out of Isildred? How did y'all even get out?
She's gonna count on her fingers and say, week and a half? Eloharan's going to say a week and 2 days.
Okay, so this is
Oh.
all real confusing for some of y'all.
Huh.
It's still confusing for me sometimes. I've been here for...
You don't have fish in Isildred?
We don't have sunlight in Isildred, Roman!
And Gelsina's she's gonna say, no, I fish all the time. Like, there's water and everything, and boats and fishing sticks. Like, it was fine.
Look, you don't have to lie to me. It's not like a big deal. Like, I could take you fishing. Get you a boat.
But...
As you say that, there is going to be somebody appearing at the door. It's Lawrence. A bald-headed steward is going
I've
to.
seen this guy somewhere before.
Yes, you have. He is going to appear at the portcullis and look at the party and say, have you all come as recruits?
I forgot why I rang that bell, because we found the people we were looking for, Roman.
Oh yeah.
Eloharan is going to step forward and say, No, we were with Celebris Vega. He came into town. We're foreign emissaries. We were hoping for someplace safe to stay. And Lawrence is going to say, yes, Master Vega. He came through last night. And Lawrence is going to start raising the portcullis. And he's going to say, well, I wish we could offer you some sort of sanctuary while you're here. The Kalkin itself is of no political allegiance. We work within any country. If the magnate's men or anybody else come for you, you will be turned over. She is going to nod and say, yes, we understand. He's going to say,
Wouldn't try to protect people that have just come from Calcrest.
From Calcrest. And he's gonna say, we received the letters from the Dockensdale branch. Are you that group?
I believe you're speaking about me, yeah. I am come from Calcrest, and I have found more other of my people that have come from my homeland.
Gelsina is gonna say, where's Calcrest?
Isildred.
And she's gonna say, yeah, we're from Isildred. Eloharan is going to say, it was such a long, confusing journey. We were accidentally flung there by the gatekeeper.
What?
Eyebrows perk.
And Lawrence is going to say, how about you come in and share your story? I'm sure I can heat up a hearth and a meal. And he finishes raising the whole portcullis.
Thank you, good sir.
All right. Welcome to the barely funded, the barely funded Elslore Manor and Kalkin office. Lawrence is going to lead you guys through a if for those who have any sort of direction, you feel like there was a quicker path to get to the room that he led you guys to. As he goes up and around this fortress, leading you guys down into a dining room. I guess the only one with the amount of insight on this is going to be Lil Harin. And he leads you guys to a dining room and says, who's the steward here? Listelia? Yeah, Listelia. She's, he's going to say, I'll tell Listelia to have the chef start cooking up something. And there are several individuals who I believe who would greatly benefit from your story. In an hour's time, you'll have a meal. Make yourself comfortable.
Do you have a washroom?
This place would actually have plumbing. It would have sea stone plumbing, and he would say yes, and point to a room not too far from the dining hall. And he's going to say a left and a left. Don't wander too far.
Thank you.
Lawrence leaves, and in a few seconds later after he leaves, two people are going to walk in and just kind of like sit down. I don't know who this person is.
It's Pahil!
No, it's not. I'm just looking
Damn.
for the people that have been recruited to this place. And, I'm just like, I don't remember who that is. But yeah, okay. And who was the other... So there was the scribe... Oh, Kraylin. Kraylin and Sam are the two recruits so far.
Where's his club?
Sam's Club. I get it. Anyways, they're just going to. They've got spears, and they're. You see them kind of standing as if they were standing guard over you. Both of these people look to be fresh. Lil Harin is going to whisper to the party and say, "This place is barely even an office. The path they let us in, I bet half of it's unfurnished."
Well, from what I've gathered over the past year being on the material plane, I'm calling it the material plane. Fuck you.
It is.
Kalkin isn't really that liked. They don't really, nobody really cares for it, and people avoid it as much as they can. They probably don't have a lot of income.
She nods and says, which makes me all the more curious how they acquired a fortress like this.
I'd love to explain after I come back, like 15 minutes. Game time? I'm shape.
I mean, I'm back.
I don't know. I think, if I remember correctly, Rob said something about it belonged to somebody that joined the Kalkin, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember. I'm just saying the Lil Harin doesn't know.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to say, remember what Rob was saying, some person...
Look, if you can't remember, you can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some person with a name had joined, and this was their house, and they turned it into an office, something like that.
Yeah, and maybe it'll come up. Yeah. Does anybody want to do anything while you wait? Because it's going to be a few minutes.
Yeah, doing more profiling, quick escapes, possible weaknesses in guard routes, etc.
Oh yeah, here. I haven't like rolled up this place room by room, but I'll say, yeah. Yeah, you just go to walk out of this dining hall and just like, oh, let me explore this, and what's his name? Sam is just gonna like push a door closed, and it's like, you should really wait for Lawrence to get back. And the escape route you're gonna know is the one you came in, and then the guard path you're gonna know is the door that Sam and Kraylin came in. After about 10 minutes, Lawrence comes back into the room, followed by a Dwarven woman, and he's going to present her and say, Listelia Dadris. She is the steward of this manor. She serves at the behest of Lady Elslore, our arcane justicar. She is going to nod and smile at each of you and say, "Oh, I'm so happy to have you here. I just heroes of the Kalkin." I'm looking up at Lawrence and says, "I love each and every one of them. It does my heart good." Lawrence is gonna say, "Well, my adventuring days are far behind me," and he looks to you, to the group, and says, "However, the stories you have, I'm interested in hearing them." He's going to sit down, and he's gonna say, "Sam, who's this other guy? Kraylin. I know you're undergoing training, but come on, these are friends. Don't be so standoffish," and gestures for them to come nearer. They're all going to take a seat at this long table. The group of you all are sat down, and eventually 2 more people who look like they're in training are going to come and sit at the table, totaling up for a 5 of them. At this point, Roman would be about walking back in the room, and he's going...
I want to stress, I had a full beard.
Yeah.
I no longer have a full beard. I don't have a beard.
Why the shave?
That stupid belt grows back, seems to grow back every day. And I don't like it, but...
As you guys are sitting down, he's going to look over at Lydia and say, "Child, you look like you've seen a ghost. Do you need some air?"
Oh god, right as I come in the room.
Yeah. And she's going to shake her head and say, No, I just learned of one." He's going to just nod and say, "Well, death doesn't stay a stranger to us all for long." And he's
Unlike some of us, she's not used to people dropping dead every day.
well, she is a cleric of life.
Or killing people every day.
Well, no, but like Isildred, no, you don't get used to it like Isildred, where they had to schedule your execution a month in advance because that's how backed up they were.
Yeah, Netra
Do you
worked
know
the
how
desk
many
job.
executions?
By the way, this is all in character. This is out loud.
Yeah, no, I'll say it. Do you even know how many executions I was scheduled for? So many.
I mean,
I
there
feel
were
like
a couple
this is what I
times.
walked into, and it's just like, what is that?
I mean, I found it hilarious. They just took whatever name you gave them. I was scheduled for 3 executions. I never showed up to a single one.
So, Lawrence, as you guys are talking about this, he's gonna hold up a hand and say, "So you said this, the report said this Isildred was Calcrest, the old Calcrest. Why is it called Isildred?"
Because it's a dreadful place.
It's because the gods have abandoned everyone there, and it's quite dreadful.
It's forsaken.
Yeah, and I think the guy's name started with Isil bastard, Isil fuck.
Name is is Cadris that runs it, but a person by the name of Yissel is the one, and a group of other mages associated with him are the ones that put it there.
I mean, I was there since, I don't know about the rest of them, but I was there since day one. I was born in that city.
I was there when I was 11 when it went, and I was there till about 27.
Soldier's family was nobility, right? Lawrence is gonna snap because Lawrence is from the original Calcrest. He's an older monk, and he's gonna snap and say the Penn family.
Yep.
And he's going to nod and say, "I serve the Lyrells on the Eastern Ward."
Oh god, those pricks.
The Makana and them, right?
He is going to nod and say, "Sadly, of the magistrate's family, all that survived was young Makana and Mealy."
I know.
Oh
I
god,
thought
they're
they were
still alive?
I thought they were dead. I was so happy to hear they're alive. Well, at least those two. The parents are dead.
I was hoping they drowned in the seawall with the rest of the annoying bastards.
I can't remember. What's Makana's dad that I fought with? Or somebody? I forget.
You
Or somebody in the Lyro I fought with.
Yeah, I think it was her father.
Yeah, it's like, her dad was a good man. Real good man.
I mean, I was just caught in it. I was already full grown by the time I got caught up in transportation.
And he's
And I was just swimming in nearby waters.
gonna say, by one report we have from our Odorian branch, the city is ran by this Cadris Neltag, but you guys say this Yissel figure caused it?
Yes.
What is the schism?
The what?
The schism, the divide between the two of them. I assume both of them have presence in the city.
Yissel doesn't, to my knowledge and from what I've learned recently, doesn't reside in the city. He resides somewhere in the world, not Isildred. Cadris lives in what we named the Happy Tower. It's not happy at all. It's an asshole place.
Lots of
and
brainwashing.
Galcina is going to say, "Hey, I worked for him. It was wonderful. It had all of the bread. It actually had all of the food. Like all of our
you were
food."
also magic.
They brainwashed you like a lot, and it just stopped working.
It's not
She's
that
gonna
happy.
look like she's gonna be pouty for a second, or look pouty and say, "My brain works just fine."
Sure it does. Here. Dusty pulls out like a
I
piece
meant
of
the
jerky.
brainwashing stopped working. I didn't mean
You
your
see
brain
the
stopped
jerky,
working.
girl? You see the jerky? Throw it over. Like,
Yeah.
go get it.
She's actually gonna look at it and like look at everybody else and stand up to go get it. And Lathy is going to grab her and pull her. And it's like the poison. And she's like, "Oh yeah, the poison."
What? No, this is
Putting
my
her-
personal stash. It's fine.
Is it?
I mean, okay, I can't attest what I put with it because it's also with the same bag as my alchemy kit. But you know, I've been eating it and I've been fine.
Well, if in the epilogue, it was an agreement through your group not to eat any food that you didn't see Netra make or create make or purify immediately before you ate it. Stuff was getting poisoned that there was no way it should have been poisoned.
Sounds about right.
I mean, I'm just going. Dusty's been eating his own stash, and we're just going to say through sheer force of luck has not been poisoned.
Okay, I'm going to roll you percentage dice though for now on days if you get affected by sickness. Okay, but yes, through the
I mean, I'll
force of those,
test myself for poison.
through the luck of those left socks. Yeah, Dusty has not been poisoned yet. It's fine. Eat it. And she goes to eat it, and Lathy's still just gonna be like, no. Lawrence have any more questions for you? And he's gonna point to a Lil Haran and say, he's gonna say the gatekeeper put you into this Isildred. She's aware of its presence.
Tell me about that.
Lil Haran's going to shake her head and say, "Oh no, it's an accident." And she points to Lumagrax and says, He's cursed in service to her. I'm not really sure how we got there. Everybody begins looking at Lumagrax.
What now?
She said cursed in service to her.
To the gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I'm more interested on how y'all got out. Did y'all get out the same way I got out, or did y'all get a different way?
How did you get out?
Actually, how did you get out? We never went over that.
Lauren's gonna yeah, she shakes her head. Just going. Lawrence is going to stand up, and he doesn't say anything, but he looks at you very calmly and says, "I understand extreme measures. Extreme situations take extreme measures. However, you should be wary of disrupting the planar fabric of Ilderon. I've read many a study about those candles. They're not safe."
What candles? We never said anything about a candle.
Well, Isildred's not safe.
Zodra, yeah.
Well, Isildred's not safe.
And
Black Candle is
safe. And Lil Haran's going to say the Kelkin's job is to protect the world from the reckless use of arcane magic, as it's what initially destroyed Calcrest, and they hunt down people who recklessly use magic. And Lawrence smiles and says, "Without mercy, might I add."
Well,
those
I'll
who won't
you
show
this.
it for the innocent don't deserve it themselves.
Sounds like that's the kind of hobby that gets you lots of friends.
Hmm.
Just intentionally looking around the room.
Exactly.
So many of them.
But
I'll say this just as a thing. The Black Candle is not as bad as y'all make it out to be. And I'll say it now. If it wasn't for the damn thing, I would be dead in Isildred, not here.
I'd probably still be in the sewers.
I think I would probably be dead because I was captured.
It's our way out. It was our way out. We took our way out.
Lil Haran
We
is
did the
going.
same way out, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Times.
Lil Haran is going to nod and say, "It's unfortunately we also used one." Lawrence is going to exhale and say, "Nevertheless, you're here now, and that is something to be celebrated." Does he have any more questions? He's going to sit down and say, "I'll just be ears to your story." Well, if you guys aren't... Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just like, how do we want to tell it? Shall we let Dusty tell it since he's been there the longest?
I mean, technically both of us have been there the longest.
I'm tired of
Well,
telling
that's
my
true.
story.
And also,
most of
maybe,
it
mostly Dusty's going to omit some things.
Also, most of it is just like boring and not really worth talking about.
Yeah, no, it's basically like, this is Netra. I met Netra 16 years ago. We lived in a sewer together until those chuckle fucks came to us. And then things got very exciting very quickly. I'm just going to omit any stealing or drugs or making of certain
It was a miserable
drug-related
experience.
bombs.
And occasionally you'd get idiots who tried to leave, and they would get people killed. Like that idiot. And I point to Sotra.
Okay.
Also, some idiots would decide, instead of taking the exit in front of us, it's important that we go back and get ourselves killed for an already dead man. Like that idiot, pointing to the same person.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
So you're just vamping of just saying everything that happened in Isildred while you're there?
Not everything, again, omitting,
Okay.
incriminating
Do
things.
you
that...
mention Feicho by name?
Who?
The level
Feicho,
18
one of
monk
the-
who kicked you to death?
The lady that, yeah.
He's one of the people in the Tower of Happiness.
Yeah, I'll say I got captured by him at one point and mention him by name.
Yeah.
Her.
We'll mention Treyk and Medavo too.
And he'll stop you on that part of the story and say, Fecho, Palantir.
I couldn't remember his name. I think he punched it out of me.
I mean, he had, like, how many people are named Fecho? I can't imagine there's that many. He was a monk.
She.
She.
Very angry.
Did Lawrence introduce himself by full name?
He did. He is going to nod and say, I'll make sure your meal is well prepared, if you'd excuse me. And he stands up and leaves.
That's not ominous at all.
The other...
What was his last name?
Guys, you really need to work on your tact. That's either his, like, wife or sister.
No,
she's a bitch is what she is.
He's old, by the way. He looks like 65.
Or daughter.
Maybe, yeah.
So it's probably daughter.
And,
well, how old was Fecho? Or, like, how old did she look?
She was like...
Oh, actually, what's her face? Gilcina worked for her. Gilcina is gonna say, oh, Fecho lived in the city before it went under. She was one of the first people to become loyal to the Overlord. And she's gonna say, Vanguard Fecho. She was such a role model. I think she was like 25, 30?
I think she's probably closer to...
I just remember her being very angry and punching me a lot.
I remember her chasing after us and like we had to like convince her that somebody betrayed her or something.
Guys.
No, this is after he's gone.
Well, yeah, but guys. Fecho Palantir. That's probably like his daughter.
Gilcina's gonna say, oh!
Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that we were like in conflict with her.
Yeah, but you know, tact is a thing.
We didn't say that we wanted to kill her or anything, or she was trying to kill us.
Yeah, that's just like...
I mean, normally I'm all for revenge, but honestly, I'd just be happy never again.
Yeah.
I don't think we can get revenge on her.
Well, no, because mostly getting revenge on her would include having to go back, and I never intend to do that.
I was saying that she would probably like kick our ass. Or it'd be a tough deal, but like, no, she was just angry. That's what I just said.
Yeah, no, she was very angry and punched me a lot.
Gilcina, you said she was one of the first people to become loyal to him?
She is going to nod and says, yeah, she organized the Vanguard for him.
I wonder if that's from her own decision or brainwash.
Nah.
She's
She's
go ahead.
She's either playing the long con or like she's just not great. She said she like kicked you to death, right?
Altus is going to point to himself and say, I was 3 feet taller before we ran into her.
She kicked your knees out?
Actually, he was also 5 inches longer as well.
Oh god!
Altus is gonna say, don't bring up my micro penis to the people we just met.
I mean, you're the one that mentioned the actual...
I did not say anything about dick, I just said that it was 5 inches longer and
How close am I to a Lil Haran?
Wait, say it again?
How close am I to a Lil Haran?
I'll roll your percentage die. It is 78%. You are 2 seats away from her.
I'm just gonna like turn. It's like, how do you accomplish anything?
She is. Would a Lil Harn give her story? Yeah, she would. She's going to say, I met these individuals when I joined a guild to help work against slavery. And then I've just kind of been dragged into things that are bigger than me. But nevertheless, it's good work that needs to be done. And without me... Well, no, she's not going to say that. She's going to stop herself. She's going to say, without me, and then she's going to look around, because every single person is important. And she's going to say, without any of us, this would be a suicide mission. Only because we have all of us is the only reason we're still all alive. One of the nameless guards is going to say, why, you're all alive. Don't forget who's been protecting you on the road. And Loharan's going to nod and say, and of course we are appreciative for Magistrate McCreed's men. There are still 4 Kalkin recruits listening to your story.
I mean, I guess I'll finish the story. Again, omitting... I'm not going to mention anything about the historians. I'm not going to mention anything about the Black Crystal. Say we made a deal with made a deal with some people who had connections with the tower. And that's how we eventually got out.
After getting captured, like
Zodra won't say who it is, but he just nods. He's like, I feel like I know.
after getting captured and tortured and nearly killed.
Captured, tortured, nearly killed, almost died twice.
One of us did die.
One of us did die, had to bring him back. Started a new business, which we're hoping to get off the ground soon. Anyway, are you interested in sack packs?
What's a sack pack?
Altus is gonna stand up and say why it's the newest, hottest trend in the Lonagian fashion. And he's gonna pull out this dingy-looking burlap sack with hempen rope tied through it and say, for only 5 gold, you can have your designer fashion sack pack to carry your wares in style. You know, he'll make a performance check as he puts this on.
It sounds like a shitty backpack.
And he's gonna say,
I'm not the salesman, I'm just a supplier.
the rustic look is part of the appeal, to look like you're one of the commoners in Alonagai and you understand their struggles.
Also, luckiest person, only left socks.
Wait, do I remember who tortured me? Or did all of them torture?
No, you remember who tortured you. It was Vanguard Feicho.
So it was Feicho, yeah.
Yeah, along with it was one of the 8 mages. Let's see, Isildred. I have his name, Periphas.
Periphas, okay. Because I'm like, I wasn't sure if everybody had a turn to me, but if it was just Feicho and Periphas. Then I would have brought that up and like, oh, she tortured me. To the guy.
So I have a stack for my belongings, thank you. I'm gonna have to go visit my vault, given your little friend's handiness.
One of the recruits is gonna be like looking at Roman is gonna just be like, a Lonagian fashion's all the rave. I'll buy 2. And he buys 1 for him and the other recruits. I'll just make 10 gold.
Yes, suggestion.
It wasn't suggestion. It was a legitimate sales pitch.
How did he actually sell it, though? That piece of junk?
Let's see. He has 10 sack packs left. Why does he have so many of these things?
Because I keep supplying him with socks that have run out of luck.
Alright, so he is at 55 gold. Alright. Otherwise, you guys give your story to these members for the rest of the day. And... or for the rest of the morning until the meal is prepared. Lawrence is going to come back and I'm gonna roll him a die. As the meal is winding down, it looks like he's got all of his stuff packed and a traveler's bag ready, and he is going to say to the table as people are, finishing eating, It says, I've informed Listelia, looking to the Calca members, to ask for a new, to request another trainer from the quarters for all of these recruits. Until then, I suggest you not let anybody else inside of the house. As for you all, as it stands, the Calcan is not a emissary for foreign diplomats, and I wish you good travels into the capital.
Where are you headed?
He is going to say, back at the quarters inside of Alyan, the best of us have been slowly being called back as a force to find this Isildred. I thought my fighting days were behind me. But he shakes his head. It's as if Feicho's there. I know what I must do.
I'll give you this.
Oh, if you're gonna kill that bitch for us, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I kind of want revenge.
He's
I mean, I don't really care enough to get it myself, but if someone else is gonna do it, more power to you.
Yeah, he's gonna say, kill her. No. I taught her. She was my daughter, my first student. He shakes his head and says, she's lost her way somewhere along the path. I plan to show her the way again, whether it be by force or by word.
Well, good luck with that.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, buddy.
Nearly 20 years in that place. Just good luck with that.
Whatever you have to tell yourself.
Yeah. Gelsina's gonna speak up and say, oh, Feicho was wonderful. She always gave the guards extra rations. If you see her again, tell her I said thanks. Lawrence is going to nod and start walking away. Taylor!
Yes.
You know you have a feat called Student of War. You can, just by people talking, you can sum them up, you can sum up their combat skills in relation to yours. Just by having conversations with them. I'm going to give you 2 free uses of that skill. 1 on Lawrence and 1 on anybody else you choose that's in this room with you, because everybody's been talking for a while.
Lawrence.
Well, that's one of your free ones. Pick the other one. You got 2 named Calcan recruits. You got 2 town guards with you who are maimed, and then you got your whole party, and then Listelia.
And let's see. One of the town guards.
Okay. 2 things you want to know about Lawrence in relation to you. You can ask about a specific ability score, his level, or his HP, I think.
I think you can ask, like, is it higher than his, lower than his?
Yeah.
I don't think you can ask him about HP. I don't think HP is a thing.
Yeah, Constitution score. You can't ask level. Or you can't ask his HP. You can ask his total class levels and his fighter levels.
His total class level
are higher than yours.
Yeah. Are they higher than mine?
Yes, they are higher than yours.
Okay.
You get a second thing on him.
And his... Can I ask about his AC? If they're...
What is your AC?
19.
It is higher than yours.
Okay.
It does not look like he's wearing any armor at all, by the way. And do you want the same information for the town guard?
Yes.
Lower and lower. by significant margins. Like, if you are any sort of median in this, it's significantly lower than yours, significantly lower than yours for the town guard, and then his is significantly higher and significantly higher. In that regard, when he leaves, Ilderon is going to say to Lestelia, is going to say to Lestelia, you said, or rather he said you shouldn't let anyone else inside the keep. The portcullis was down. Have you been having a problem with assailants? She's going to say, well, not so much assailants. This place has been getting robbed, but nobody in here is particularly well trained, at least not with swords or weapons. And Ilderon's going to look to the party and say, we should probably go. When we linger too long, you guys know what happens.
I mean, where are we gonna go?
Well, she's going to look to Lumarax and say, if you can get us a meeting with your mother, we could substitute your mother as one of our contacts inside the chantry. And then looking at Roman and says, you're on good terms with an ocular?
That's gonna be a no.
That's gonna be a no from me.
Like, define good terms.
I have a question, Brandon, real fast.
Ask.
Did Altus like do anything at the name mention of Yissel or anything?
Are you inciting the party on that? Give me an insight check for what you would have saw. Because stuff did happen, I rolled it, but you didn't notice.
Okay.
Roman wouldn't have been looking for it because Roman doesn't pay attention to it.
15. God damn it.
Let's see. Yeah, you're not going to beat Altus's, but you are going to notice Lathy shifted uncomfortably at like that when you guys were talking about the naming of the city.
Okay. I gotta write that down somewhere. Up here. I forgot how you spell puppies. A lot. I always forget your naming convention is the fucking bee's knees.
Well, it was information that didn't get expanded on. Alright. So, Ilderon has suggested leaving. The party is like, where do we go? That is a good question. Staying, though?
Is there a Nazaram, like, building or office in this town?
Yes, it is. It's where Pax was originally recruited from. There is a lore-keeping office in town for records and recruitment. Lestelia will inform you of that.
Do I find a nice alleyway that looks halfway livable? During my little
Altus rolls in intelligence. Oh, Altus doesn't need to because I have Lydia here, who is going to come out of her stupor and just and say, "We can't stay at Nazaram." Looking up quickly at Zodra as he suggests that. Tone and everything out of place. Looking at Lumagrax, she's going to say that's how we first met. We were investigating, this group was investigating a Nazaram shipment that the ledger was wrong. It turned out officials within the organization were corrupt.
Okay.
That corruption was tied to my father. My father's associates are hunting us. She shakes her head and says, we trust nobody but ourselves.
Now you're living the Dusty way.
Well,
Although shorten that to 1.
my suggestion's out the window then, because I was going to say, I mean, I am corporal in the Nazaram. I could have tried to get us some lodging, but throw that out the window.
Sewer's always a nice, place
Not
to get lost.
sleeping in the sewer.
Do you care more about safety, or do you more care about comfortable bed?
Comfortable bed. I've come to the realization that a comfortable bed beats anything.
Pansy.
Alright. Aloharn is going to say, well, we need a game plan, at least. We need allies. If Grax's family is a non-starter, and so is and Roman didn't answer on the Ocular. Did you hear me, Rob, when I asked that?
Rob's
mic
being
is
weird.
being weird, so...
Oh, okay. His mic is being weird. Okay, cool. It's like dead. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we're almost done for the night anyways. We're, just...
Now is a great time to plug in that FedEx over Memorial Day weekend is having a 20% sale on all shipments.
We're just finding our direction for the next episode, and Aloharn's gonna lay it out real flat for you guys. She's gonna say, "Look, we need allies. We have to start someplace. Unless we get unless we have some in with the Nakarts, we won't be able to meet with Lethalia. But she throws a ball on the on the 29th. If we could, is that what Roman yells?
Yells? Why is he yelling?
Roman yells, "I know Anadelia," and she is going to roll a history die on that and say, "Anna."
Subdued, but I've never seen you.
Well, more subdued, but I'm never sure you're reading. Yeah. Okay, so she with that suggestion, she's going to say, well, Lady Anadelia Surreal is an option. Lumagrax's parents are out of the window. The Nakart's on 9th day. She knows of a Church of the Wills in the northern part of Ardor, if you guys want to march around the capital.
Zodra will proudly say, I don't deal with religious gods anymore.
Then she is going to say there is a noble family in Somar Villa named the Zyshans who have had positive dealings with the Lil Nagai. And there are the Orisons, who she has wrote to on more than one occasion, who are a smaller noble family within this town. Out of those options, what do you guys want to pursue? And I will open this up to roleplay or discussion.
Well, actually, Dusty is going to make another suggestion of, well, like, I have possibly, another lucrative, idea. However, like, lowering to a whisper is, like, probably best that we don't talk about it here.
A little Harin is gonna say, I don't like where this is going already. And Altus, like, wiggling his eyebrows, is going to say, I love where this is going already.
It was an 8 on the history check.
Okay. Why am I typing to him? He can hear me. So
Yeah.
Roman perked up on the name Orison. He has heard the name before. He can't place where he heard it. He can try again in 10 minutes.
I don't know. I've never been to Arter before, so I don't really know any of these people or politics. I care less for your gods as well, so.
Ilderon's gonna hold up a hand and say, these aren't my gods.
I
Very
put it this way: I care less
matter-of-factly.
for the gods here. I care less for the gods in Alona guy.
Just like, I hear you, brother. Screw the gods. They left us.
Right now, I don't even like the gods in Al Yan right now, whoever the hell they are. But
She's gonna say, there's one god, and it's Alilia.
well, you know what? She forsook me. She forsook Calcrash. She forsook that asshole and that asshole and that female over there. Fuck 'em.
So Lydia, a cleric of Alilia, like when you say that, she's gonna say, wasn't forsaken. I understand a temporary silence.
We were forsaken. Everyone in
We
that
were
city was
forsaken.
forsaken. You need to
Ilderon is
understand
going
that they
to-
don't care about us. They only care about us as long as we're convenient.
Yeah, Ilderon's gonna say, this isn't a religious debate. This is a mission that we have to do for the thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of people living between the border of Ardersarai and Ililnagai that are going to be destroyed if we don't come to some sort of agreement with the leader of this country. And for us to do that, we need a way to get our foot inside of the door. Because we can't show up in the capital with a group of shadowy assassins after us planting bombs everywhere we go.
Have y'all not tried to, confront the assassins?
Once, it didn't go well.
Geisen's gonna shake his
It
head.
went
and-
great.
Yeah, Geisen's gonna say we've killed about a dozen of them. It doesn't stop them. It's like there's some damn cult or something.
Cool. Hold on, I gotta try to remember. I'm actually looking at the
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roman
that, I'm
says the
trying to
cult
remember.
of the Fifth Ascended. Because they are. a
I'm
cult.
trying to remember if that was put into the fucking letter that that I got from.
It was.
Simon. I don't think he mentioned them by name, but I think putting two together, I think I could figure that out.
Yeah, hold on. I'm pulling up your epilogue right now for you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's see. So, for the viewers watching, in Zodra's epilogue, he killed Iman Solom. Iman Solom had a letter on his body he was going to mail, and that letter, the contents of that letter is why Zodra is here.
I snagged that.
Hmm.
Established, yada yada, authority, yada yada. No, I don't think he mentions them by name.
Yeah, he doesn't mention them by name. Even though half of the party has quests to kill him.
I feel hearing Colt, and then I'm pretty sure Rob could put it together.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's already said, Cult of the Fifth Ascended.
It's like that. I'm looking for those assholes.
Yeah, and then Roman adds on, I'm pretty sure Iman made it to Isildrad because of Tengu and his stupid shadow magic.
Who's Tengu?
Lumbergrass, perks up. That's the guy who the Renolta told you to kill. Altus perks up and says, Death Knight is going to give us some fancy gauntlets if we kill that guy inside of Isildrad.
Wait, he's in Isildrad?
The Death Knight is in Altus points. The Death Knight is in Isildrad. Tengu somewhere out here. We haven't found him yet. Oh,
I
you know
haven't.
what? Altus snaps and says, he talked to us. He wanted Lydia dead. He was the one who sent all these people on him. Yup, that's him.
So Tengu is 5th Ascended. 5th Ascended wants you guys dead. Iman had followers that were in the 5th Ascended. I got to go find 5th Ascended. Those assassins can get dealt with.
So instead of, staying in safety, how about we kill the people trying to kill us?
That's the best way to
my
get
God.
safety.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Oh my
you.
god!
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Rob!
Thank you,
Rob is
Jesus.
back.
Anyways, you said, did Lomograx actually, honest to God, say...
And Robin's got it.
Goodbye, Rob.
Did Lumbergrax, honest to God, say... Taylor.
What did I say?
You didn't say anything. I was just saying, at that name, that's the person, when that name is said, that's the person the, Renalta told you to kill. You didn't say anything, you just remember the name.
And where are they?
That's a very good question. I feel like Rob is going to share the frustration of the Lil Haran. Just like 2 sessions later, Lovigrax drops some knowledge. It's like, why didn't you tell me this ages ago when we were discussing it?
It didn't seem that important at the time.
So, Lil Haran gave you guys an option of allies to seek out. That would all be very good starts. Zodra has posed the option of killing the person who's making your life difficult.
Oh, and later in, like,
Oh, hey, it's automatic.
when less people are listening in.
I can hear you, Rob.
Okay. Sorry, my computer just restarted because I had to, I think, update the firmware or whatever on my headphone.
Okay.
Did Lomograx did they actually mention that the gatekeeper told him to kill Tengu, or is that just like my thought bubble?
That's Lumagrax's thought bubble.
I was just making sure that I didn't hear that because
Because I haven't mentioned it. I don't think to anybody.
You have
I know
told her no
Brandon said that
harm.
yeah.
I told you earlier on.
She has seen your journal.
Yeah, it was just because I know I'd react to that.
Question, what did she think of your,
She threw
Your
your
dream
journal
journal.
at you. Well, this was before it got all the hearts in it. She threw your journal at you in the rain and Isildred.
Oh yeah, I remember that, because you had
Sure.
some very crucial information that you chose not to share. And then you mentioned that you had it in your journal the entire time.
The story of Lumagrax.
Ha 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 ha.
So we're just trying to figure out.
But no, Dusty will at some point mention the Toll family.
Oh, the tolls.
Personally, it's something that Dusty wants to pursue.
Yeah, Lil Haran rolls a nat 20 on that history check. And, well, you know what? I'm going to roll guys in one too, because he would know this too. And he's just like, the tolls? Aren't they smugglers? Lil Haran's going to shake her head and say, no, they're a crime syndicate. And even though one of their family members is currently serving as a High Council member, that's a no-starter. If we walk in with the support of the tolls, she shakes her head and says, no one will take us seriously. They're the ones who started this whole border conflict.
Who said
Okay,
that?
first of all-
Who said the support had to be public? But let me tell you, nobody knows a city better than a criminal.
Okay, first of all, no, they probably didn't.
Hey,
Border con-
real quick, Rob, I will let you finish. Taylor, what was that history check for?
Tengu.
Oh, on the name? You remember that information without me, without rolling it.
That's a good thing because 3.
Yeah. You remember the goddess of death told you to kill him. He's blurring the lines between the material plane and then the bridge and the spaces between. Go ahead, Rob.
I was gonna say, look, I have severe doubts that they started this border conflict. But regardless, who? A smuggler's on the High Council? Who is on the High Council?
Yeah, why is a smuggler on the
Like,
account?
you want to know how you got around the city? It was me. Alright? Who knows the underground? Or better yet, who knows back ways better than the crime syndicate?
The
at
people
least
who
worth
made
looking
the
into.
city? Like, the people who, like, put the roads and stuff down?
Fair point, but we don't know where those guys are, so next best.
You know what? Lil Harin is going to lead by example. She is going to look Lumbergrax in the eye, then look to the party and
kiss
say, "No." And she is going to say,
Look deep into the eyes and go in for the French kiss.
she's going to say, in my years coming up in the Risen, I am aware of who the Tolls family was, and I traveled to this country for missionary work, and I delivered an essay that I wrote to them, that I gave orally, and I've called the head of the family some things, some unsavory things, to his face. And his daughter's face. I doubt they remember me, but that is somebody I wish that we don't have to ally ourselves with. And then on Roman's question of just like, how is a smuggler on the High Council? She's going to shrug and say, I don't understand this country. I don't understand why this country elects its government like it does. But she waves her hand and says, that's why Lil Nagai did away with traditional nobility. It leads to situations like this.
Okay. So who's all on the High Council?
Does she know every member? She's going to say, I know the Tolls. I know the Tolls woman is. When I was investigating, or when I was asking about their house while we were on the border. And she is going to shake her head and say, they're in constant flux. The other members' names escape me. Or the other members' names, the commoners didn't know them.
I mean, that might be a good first step, is to at least know who we're dealing with.
Does
Yeah.
Lestelia know? The DC is going to be a lot easier for her. She's going to say, it's difficult for the lower ranks of citizens to keep up with it. The High Council's been... And she's going to say, well, the goddess, or rather the gatekeeper attacked the capital, and then with the assassins also attacking, the Magnates War, the High Council's been in flux. Currently, two sages, or rather two members of the Four Ascended, serve on the council. Kylissa, in place of a general, Lady Tolls serves on the council, and Lady Surreal serves on the council as an appointment.
Is that it? There's only two?
No, she listed 4 people. Two people from the Four Ascended. Two sages. Yeah, 2 sages. And then 2 sages, and then 2 women of prominent noble families.
Well, that's a start. I know Anadelia. Not sure what terms we are on. They're neutral at worst.
Well, let's
Like, you
find
can't
a
be
place.
terrible. I know her brother-in-law.
Let's keep the syndicate in our back pocket for when we've run out of our options again.
Look, if you're gonna go with illicit people in the capital, you don't go for border smugglers. You go for the Shadow,
The what?
the Ruby Shadow, Ruby Alliance. Well, they're separate organizations. One is the unsavory half of the other. But you know what? The merchants, the capital, the trading post.
The Merchant Guild thing. That thing that's out in that one place in Lona Guy. Yeah.
I'm not saying we should. You guys apparently don't have a sterling reputation as it is. But
I don't have a reputation at all.
I'd start there before you go to the tolls.
Lydia is going to sink down in her seat and slump against the table and say, "The Shadow, they probably sent half the assassins that have been poisoning us."
So we just need to go kill the Shadow.
Trust me, if we killed everyone who had an issue with us, we'd never get anything done. It would just be a trail of bodies constantly.
Yeah, and we'd probably make double the enemies just by killing everybody we'd already have enemies with.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be hard, but that's another story, another long story.
Anyway, place to bed down for the night. Let's think about that first.
Did we not find a place in the city center?
It was too expensive. It was 20 gold a person.
Well, it's security, like you said, right? So, I don't know. Are we thinking it's worth it?
We don't have 20 gold a person.
Yeah,
How many people do
Altus
you
has
have?
50. You have, I'll just count it. Altus, Lathy, Gilcina, Lydia, Geisen, Netra, Roman, Sodra, Dusty, Lumagrax, Lilharin is 11, and then the 2 guards puts you at 13.
Holy cow! It's
Oh no, they have their
250
own
gold.
barracks they can go to.
No, they don't. They're from a Luna Guy.
No, they're from the border. They're from Ardor, but they live back in Lowwater Crossing on the border of the Lomagai.
So it's not, they don't have.
But I mean, they're
barracks they
still
can go to.
soldiers. They have barracks for them.
Yeah. You know what? Would they have gold on them they can contribute? I mean, they've been helping out.
Why would they, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, they've been helping out the best they can. They brought about 15 gold on this mission. They have 4 of it left.
Useful.
They're character witnesses that you guys aren't awful people, though.
It's valuable.
So it's important to keep them alive and happy.
Nazaram, but you don't want to.
Anyway, I'm gonna go find my own place at this point if we can't decide on a place to stay. So
It's the early morning too. The capital is like a half day's march from you guys. You don't have to stay in this city, by the way. Like, you can go into the capital if you want instead. Like, and that's what Aloharan was saying, was that, if we're not staying here to make allies, we can head into the capital and make allies if we can meet with Lumagrax's party, our family, if we can meet with, our Roman's contact at the Chantry, or now, Anadelia Surreal, or, then she...
Find out the other council members.
I think that's gonna be our best bet because we just don't know anybody here.
Brandon's obscuring that information on.
I'm not obscuring that information. She knows it. She just, you guys are foreign diplomats. Like, she wouldn't say, if you tell me, who's in charge of the house, and I'm a foreigner, and you ask, who's in charge of the the representatives of the House or the House of Congress. I forgot the name of House of Representatives. There it is. Like,
Lance
you know,
Marco.
I mean, you don't even know, apparently.
if I say, you know, Nancy Pelosi to a foreigner, they would just be like, wait, what? But if I say, like, oh, a prominent like woman from the Liberal Party, you would go like, oh, okay, you'd have a much better understanding than if I just throw a name at you. Like, and from her perspective, that's how it's like, oh, who's the councilman? You know, this person, this person, this person, or these two people from this family and these, you know, people from this faith is like how she would give it to you as a foreigner.
So, real quick though, so she said sages, right? To note
Yes.
their importance. Does that denote a chantry? Like, are you a sage of this?
I think he
Yeah,
said the
you
four
would
ascended.
be, you would be of a specific chantry, but though all four of the gods, you know, are the same religion. As far as the four ascended, it's which path and which chantry you belong to.
That's why I was asking the specific question. 'Cause,
Again, you're just a Lunagian people who scuff your noses at our Dorian religion. You already saw.
First of all, look,
Maybe
I
your
get how
religion
that's
should be less
actually-
stupid.
but
I'm just saying, like, from her perspective, like, what's her face? Lil Harlan was always already like, no, they're not my gods. Hold up on how you're, you know, classifying. It's like, she's not gonna just like, oh, this is.
How dare you assume my religion?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I mean,
how
maybe
dare you
that is
assume my
actually-
religion?
That's a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
Shut
I
up,
am
Rob.
a-
Gale song looking motherfucker.
What are you talking about? I am a firm practitioner of the given wills of Ililia.
You lost song.
And I have never committed a crime in my life.
Yeah.
Iliaria and all that.
Stabby, stabby, motherfucker, and all that.
I mean, if you press her for names, she knows that information. She rolled a 19 on her history check.
Anyways, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah. But yeah, so, I'll look at that woman, it's like, look, I get it, you know, names would be nice. I'd like to know who I could maybe get into contact with. Kind of a tech, so to speak.
Let's see. She's gonna say, when the Chantries made their final decision, the Zenith Rise sent a letter out to all the families. I got Lady Kytrina's. The final few High Council members. It's Anadelia, Surreal, Renalpaw, Kylissa Tolls, the Sage of Ardor. She belongs to the Chantry of Harmony. Her name is Anna Estelle. And a sage from the mountains, from the Flame Gate, of Elith. He belongs to the Chantry of Concordance, named Tristan Philanth.
So when she says that, Robin's gonna start laughing. Like,
Is that bad?
I know Tristan.
Like,
In a good way, or does he want to kill you?
No, well, we used to adventure together. Oh, we fought a shatter together. Good time.
Okay, so not someone who's going to want to immediately kill you.
No.
if anything, they would be willing to help.
Yeah. Lil Horn's gonna look at you and say, nice enough to get us a meeting?
Maybe. Worth a shot. Like I said, we ended on good terms. The reasons he stopped adventuring with us were sad, but no, nothing like a shit. There was no rift.
Well, then to this Tristan fellow.
Really nice clothes.
And Aloharn is going to look at everybody else and say, hi, Councilman Philanth.
It's a good enough place to start. Looks at like the entire party.
Good enough. It's a foot in the door.
Probably just be us.
What is that supposed to mean, Roman?
No, Zodra. Never mind. Zodra, you're great. You can come. I'm not sure how I feel about some of the rest of you.
I'm gonna go explore a little more.
Yeah, beleaguered.
Yeah, I don't think calling somebody an asshole as soon as you meet them is the
Altus
way
is
to
gonna
go.
say, "Hey, as long as you're standing in front of me, you got it. You got it." Lydia is going to stand up, folding up the napkins and placing pushing her silverware and plates back to the center of the table, and she is gonna say, "Look, I suppose the goddess sent you, and if she did, I'll follow that light."
She didn't. I walked here myself.
Hey, goddess sent me.
Her name is Lyra. No, I'm kidding. I feel like Gelsina's on board. Lathe shrugs. It's worth a shot. How's Lumagrax and Netra feel about it?
Sorry.
The ally you guys have chosen to pursue is High Councilman Tristan Phylamp.
I mean,
Not to though, so hurts him good.
No, we're gonna
Alright.
visit them too. At some point.
I mean, people can hide their motivations at first, but maybe they'll be a good person to ally with. Never know.
I mean, I'll go by myself. I have guilt.
I mean, I would want to go and talk to them too, because I want to be able to incite them and stuff like.
Peel back the curtain on Grex's life.
Alright, so Tristan's the decision?
Tristan is the decision.
That would require you guys going into the capital today. Is everybody comfortable with traveling?
I have a horse that doesn't tire.
I have a
Okay.
horse. Alright, as you guys are leaving the Kalkin office, Geisen is going to pull Lumagrax aside. Oh my gosh. And he's gonna nat 20 on a stealth check.
Well, what's his dex mod?
Oh god, I pray it's +3.
B +5 right here. It's like, hey, fuck you. You don't see me, bitch.
Let's see. Where is he? He's in Order 42 of the Sunya. Yeah.
Is
Or
it that
47. Alright, +3, +2 stealth puts him at a 22. Oh.
Welcome back, Brandon!
Alright. Geisen is going to pull Lumagrax aside. And he is going to, as the party's leaving the Kalkin fort, he's going to tilt his head down to Lumagrax and just talking in a very low whisper. And he's gonna say, Grax, you're a mercenary. I understand this from the day we first met, back when you blew in to town with the packs. Remember the mission you were on back there? And he shakes his head looking at Roman and says, I don't trust him. He just comes here and he's the answer to all of our problems. Keep an eye out on him. And he's going to gesture to that sword on your back and says, and if it comes to it. And he makes eye contact with Lumagrax.
If it comes to it,
He's going to nod.
I'm not. Grax also.
Does he actually understand, or does he think, if it comes to it, take him out to dinner?
If it comes to it, look at your hand. Picks up Lydia.
Picks up with you.
I'm kidding. Alright, Is everybody
Yay.
comfortable ending there?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
fine.
sure. I
Yeah.
like being distrusted.
I mean, Roman,
No, I mean, it makes
is-
perfect sense.
Yeah, is too trustworthy.
Wow, you're being distrusted? Man, welcome to the group.
You're trying to do this? I can help you with that. Yeah, sure you can. Oh, you're trying to... I can help you with... Yeah, just like you could help us with the other two things. You're trying to... Oh, okay, sure, Roman. Yeah, we should just trust you and love you. And let you into our ranks and let you get close to us.
And that's when you stab us in the back, but that's okay. Because Dusty planned ahead and is going to stab you first.
Well, no, I'm just saying from Geisen's perspective, that's what it is. It's just like shows up and it's like, look, we're not here for you, we're here for Lydia. That's what everybody else has said. That is why they're trying
That's
to
worse.
kill us.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I get it. As Ramon just put it, I'm too convenient.
Like, oh, it sure is convenient Roman showed up.
It's cool.
Man, where would
cool.
we be without Roman?
Eventually, I'll convince Geisen that I'm a good guy, and that's when I kill him.
It's only
What ends
after
up
you
happening-
get trust.
He ends up killing himself because he got close to Roman.
I feel like Roman was also one session off of like, if Group B had went on for one more session of trying to convince Lyra to let Ashala out of prison, and it's just like, oh, I got your daughter free, back in Dockensdale. She just hasn't had a chance to talk to you yet. And it's like, sure, I got my daughter free.
Right? Like,
Free!
I'm sorry that
Or do you mean that the prisoner's hand has just changed?
I'm a Deus Ex Machina. I'm sorry that I was in Ardor for like 20 sessions.
All right. So let's see. Experience for tonight.
Not enough.
It's
We all go up to level 14.
Well, actually, we only handled a third of a day. So you guys are going to get into Ardor on the night of the 26th.
The night where everything blew up.
No, everything blew up the 25th.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So we get there the day after everything's blown up.
Oh God. That's almost worse. No, you know what? I'll take it.
I would take not blowing up and getting there after it's
It would
blown
be
up.
way worse if we showed up when the terrorist attack happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from Group D.
All right. What you guys don't know is I already have the threads planted. It's going to be so great when you guys arrive in Ardor. But also the caveat
go
of the
meet
event
Kyle.
you guys missed was if you guys chose to stay at the Kelkin's office,
Are we going to be attacked?
yeah, you're going to be attacked.
Wow, it was almost like
It's
that
not.
place wasn't
It's
safe.
not predictable. Like it's foreshadowed. It's not, or rather, it is predictable because it's foreshadowed. Just like that was, what she was telling you. If we stay here, bad things are going to happen.
I feel that if we went to the Nazarene place and stayed, we'd been fine.
Yeah.
Would the Kelkin themselves attack us, or somebody else was gonna attack us?
No, you guys. In your epilogue, remember that cult you guys fought in your climax. In the last that cult is like a huge moving like think of it like Scientology of just like this is weird. That's weird. Wait, why are all these people following it? Because it's playing on the ideals of the nation. Like there's a lot of people in that cult, and so you guys killed about 10 of them that night, and you've killed a few more on the road. But that is only pennies of the resources. That's a drop in the well of the amount of resources they have to throw at you guys. So, why was I saying this? I don't remember. Anyways, I sidetracked myself. Experience for tonight. Since it was only a third of the day, I'm actually going to move you guys down a tier of experience and do it at a third of what I normally would be giving it at. You guys added Roman and Zodra to your party organically, and we're literally...
Got shot at today.
Organically, yeah.
You guys are about, like, 2 comments away from rolling initiative. And,
Yeah, I know.
beating the party of, like, accept my love!
Like, why won't you just let this happen?
Guys, I was gonna learn to fear me real quick.
We don't trust anyone.
If they would have learned to fear you, I would have forced them to fear me.
You guys learned, Ilderon has been to Arter Sarai before. Specifically, she gave a lecture to the Tolls.
And she knows my last name.
Yeah, and and
That was so good.
knows your
Mama
soul.
Greg's soul heart. The fuck, dog?
It's that
Because
one thing.
he doesn't even wear anything that would signify him as a noble, right?
No,
Is it-
Lomagrax is just like he's a quote-unquote traveling mercenary.
That's just his cover story.
No, that's pretty much it.
Hold on, I got the.
He's like a
perfect
reverse
image for-
Bruce Wayne. It's like if Batman had to, like, you know,
Hide the fact that he was rich.
Bruce Wayne was the guys he took,
Hold on,
like,
I
hide or whatever.
But Batman is to hide who Bruce Wayne is.
Any other significant information that was conveyed tonight or powerful moments? Oh, Dusty with the Tolls. The Tolls are up to something.
Yeah, I know the Tolls are up to something, and I might actually join them. Or work against them.
We learned that Fecho was Lawrence's daughter.
Yeah, I'll give you guys minor experience on that.
I crushed Lydia's spirit.
I'll give you minor on that too, because that was a really good one too.
Guys,
They're
it doesn't
just
trust me because I'm way too plot convenient.
So
I was just gonna say that, like, your relationship with her, with Lomagrax's relationship with her, it's gonna be very shaky, because you keep a lot of secrets, not even intentionally.
I mean, I want to say the only secret left is the fact that he's actually a criminal.
No, I didn't think that was a secret.
No, there's 2 secrets left that
She doesn't know about.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that Lomagrax hasn't told Roman and Zodra.
Oh, that's
But
right.
yeah.
The real thing. Or it's like there's two weird things about our relationship. We've revealed one. I knew your sister. The other one, that you kidnapped Brox.
Oh yeah,
Lomagrax still had that tattoo on his hand.
nobody knows Lomagrax kidnapped not Rox, kidnapped Rachia.
And nobody ever will.
Yeah.
Kidnap. Oh god, that was.
We can't take Beat Anadelia.
Oopsie.
You guys don't know you can't take him to meet Anadelia. Lomagrax is
Well,
an
okay,
upstanding.
we know we can't do that, but not the real reason why.
Lomagrax
We know
is
because-
an upstanding Ardorian noble.
I really feel
May or
like
may not have kidnapped and murdered a couple people.
And a child.
Yeah. Never convicted
Allegedly.
of anything except for the kidnapping, which his allies pled guilty to him being there. But other than that, perfectly upstanding citizen. Okay, so
wow, Drax, all the crap that's on you makes Dusty seem like an upstanding citizen.
3,000 for the major,
Does it though?
in total 4,500 for tonight.
Yay.
So
And that's for a
9.
third of a day. No, 4,500 for the total of tonight.
So where we're maxing out to is
You guys are at 13, whatever the threshold for 13 is, and I'll look that up because I got my player handbook right here.
It's like
And
120,000.
okay, yeah, what Rob said.
Yeah.
Rob, you should be higher than that because we were already above 13 when we started.
No, we never gained experience. We just became 13 because we killed Lydia's dad.
God. Wait, did you wait?
Oh, I killed him.
Oh, I thought you said
okay.
I thought you said he died. I didn't think that you said he
No.
died.
A little hard put
Aloha.
it together that we killed him, but let me stress, I killed him.
He put the final blow in that one.
That's why you guys are trusting him, because like a Lil Harm was just like, wait, Lyra, him, Dying Wish, he's dead, he's not alive. They killed him. Probably on Lyra's order.
Well, no, not exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't on
Yeah,
Lyra,
no,
but
that
that's what she thought.
That was more of our own.
But I also don't care enough to break that one because it's not like
Alright.
to me it's inconsequential.
So your guys' next session is on the 6th of The 6th of May. There's
hey,
a
it's like
June.
oh,
June.
6th of June. There's a
That's like 2 days after my
possibility
birthday.
Group D can get to the time that you guys would be rolling into the capital on the 1st of May. So I'm going to invite everybody to sit in on that session if you want to and have the extra time. Otherwise, can everybody make the 6th?
I should
Yeah.
be able to. Unless
All
something
right.
unexpected comes up.
I will see you guys then, and I'm going to end the broadcast.